is. I'm ready to drink. Jason's taking
Here it is at last.
forever. I said, hurry up. I'm ready to drink.
All kinds of technologies.
You get the.
That was
I
fun.
made that up on the spot.
What's up, everybody?
Hey!
Welcome to Lights, Camera, Cocktails.
Cocktails.
I don't even know if all the audio's on. Yes, it is. Okay, I have my headphones in.
Mm-hmm.
I have some snare in my headphones.
Turning me up. Turn me up. I can't
Welcome
hear.
to Lights, Camera,
Cocktails.
Cocktails. I don't even know if I said that already.
You did, but I missed the cocktail, so that was perfect.
Okay, well, we are a podcast where we pair amazing drinks. Oh my God.
Don't you dare start.
With amazing movies.
Yes, and we got two of them today.
What did
an amazing
you make
movie
us
and
today?
an amazing cocktail. Well, my mother made me, and I'm Zenobia. Happy Mother's Day out there.
Happy Mother's Day, everybody. I am Jason. Hi, Mama.
Hi, Mama. Do-do-do. I
know
bought
she
your gift
watches
today.
these YouTubes.
Hi, both mamas. So, before we start our drink, I have a add-on fact.
Oh, okay.
Add-on
what?
fun fact. Fact correction. I don't know. I'm working on it.
We're going to get it right.
I'm working on it.
We'll figure out what to call this.
So, I was informed about our Friday episode.
Ah, okay.
Okay. And you know how we were talking about Ezel and he was like, $2. Let me get you $2.
Ezel. Okay.
Well, apparently Ezel was in real life a crackhead and took a lot of his real life and put it into Ezel. And apparently $2 is what people asked for.
That was the going rate?
I was watching something else and a crackhead asked for $2.
I'm wondering why it's specifically $2.
I don't know.
I think it's probably because that at the time could have been the price of a 40 ounce or of what was the tall can?
A tall can.
Well, yeah, but like the cheapest one. I can't remember the name of the brand. It was like a black tall can. Bullet? No, not Bullet. I don't know. But basically, yeah. It was like $2 for the cheapest tall can.
Maybe.
Maybe that was why. Mm-hmm. As the price goes up, let me get $3. let me wash your car for $2.25.
Does it go up with inflation?
Absolutely. Affects everybody.
Even your local crackhead. So yeah, that's all I got on correction fact, add-on fact.
I like that. That's a good one.
Funny fact. I don't know.
So
I'm working on it.
We got a dairy drink today, from what I can see.
Oh, you're ready to drink?
I'm ready to drink.
Okay. So, today, we are drinking a chocolate martini.
A chocolate martini.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
So, what you do is you have chocolate syrup, and you drizzle it in your cup. And I did that, and I froze it, so the chocolate, froze to the glass, which I thought was cool. And then
I like it. It's creative.
Yeah, it actually, before I poured it in, I should have took a picture, but it looks like a flower. It's so pretty. So you put 2 ounces of Bailey's. You put 1.5 ounces of chocolate cream de coco. Remember?
Cream de coco.
You remember we talked about that one in our sexual chocolate, I think. I believe that's what it is.
Is this going to be like a sexual chocolate? Because if it is...
I think this might be a sexual chocolate that you could actually get at a bar.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So...
I've never heard somebody say, let me get a chocolate martini at the bar.
I actually just did this week. How about that?
Okay.
And they did not have Bailey's, so they used Kahlua and rum chata. So it was good. So if you guys have those, try that.
Okay.
So then you're going to put 2 ounces of Smirnoff vanilla vodka.
Smirnoff vanilla vodka.
And 1 ounce of vanilla half and half, which we got. And you're going to shake it up on some ice.
Shaking over ice.
Strain it into your martini glass. And that is what we are drinking tonight.
I like it.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Yes.
Organizing my thoughts, but yes.
Cheers.
This is a difficult one.
I know. Tastes like chocolate.
I like it. Just a hint. It's an aftertaste of vodka.
Mm-hmm. But it's that vanilla.
Originally,
vodka.
it just tastes like Nesquik. Like an ice cold Nesquik, like when you're a kid.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Well, when I did ask at my local Romano's bar about this with my favorite bartenders, we kind of bartenders. They work at Romano's.
What's up, Romano?
What's up, Romano's? So, yeah. So when I talked to them, and I found a recipe, it wasn't exactly. I was like, oh, that sounds good, but so we came up with this one. So I did. It was just plain vodka, but I was like, we got vanilla vodka. Let's do that. So we got that, and then I did do the vanilla half and half. Otherwise, people just put milk. Those are those. So
yeah, vanilla half and half is a little sweeter, and I'm not much of a straight up milk kind of person.
Yeah, that's why it's only.
I appreciate that. You looking out for me.
Yeah, it's only half an ounce, so just a little bit. Oh, and I also put some of this the sauce in the shaker before I shake
Oh, okay.
the syrup.
I got you.
So are you ready? A little history on the chocolate martini?
Ooh, yeah.
You're really gonna like this one.
Okay.
So the chocolate martini was invented in 1955. So it is
By housewives.
in America. So it is an American drink, and it is one of the most recent forms of martinis. And you'll never guess who invented this delicious drink we are drinking today.
Who invented it?
So it was created by Hollywood legends Rock Hudson and Elizabeth Taylor.
Oh.
This is their drink.
Interesting.
They were friends, and they filmed the movie Giant in Texas. And they were both there together, and they shared their love for chocolate and probably men. And they came up... Right? I don't know. I thought that would be funny. Rock Hudson was a awesome gay man who was not allowed to be gay back in his time.
Yeah.
So,
a different time.
And I always think of him on I Love Lucy. That's what I always think of.
Okay.
They're all like trying to get at him at the pool.
I do remember that
when they're here in Hollywood. So, okay. So they shared their love for chocolate and men. And I wonder chocolate man. And they came up with this drink. So one night they decided they wanted to mix chocolate syrup with chocolate liqueur with vodka.
It makes so much sense.
Yeah. And they shook it up and they made it, and them being huge stars of their times, this drink blew the fuck up, especially here in Hollywood.
Yeah.
So
it's just you go to a party and they just start talking about it.
But it was,
do you have these ingredients?
Yes. So it was invented in Texas though. So
that's nice.
And their original ingredients was Hershey's syrup, which we have, and Kahlua and vodka. That is what they put in it. Okay. But since then, the ingredients have changed up a little bit.
A little bit.
And that is
different ingredients have been invented.
Since then, they were drunk and they probably had a limited bar in their hotel room.
This is so good. I would drink a virgin version of this.
I also read that there is a virgin version of this, which is like kind of like a fancy chocolate milk.
Let me get a chocolate martini. Hold the alcohol. I mean, maybe,
And because of that, because I knew...
Late night drink with a man and his son. 1950s style man and
I like it. He's like, come on, son, have a drink with me. So
I'm picturing like Robert Downey Jr. and his dad at that time.
Here you go, kid. But I doubt back then he took the alcohol out.
No. Robert Downey's dad. More of a forward-thinking kind of man.
Oh, that's true.
What I've heard.
I don't know. Different times, people, like put some hair on your chest.
He let Robert Downey drop out of high school.
He saw that talent, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so because we had such a dessert drink, I did bring us some chocolate chip cookies.
You brought me some cookies.
I did.
Oh shit!
Because I love you.
Break my diet. Give me.
I know. Just prepare.
Oh, yeah.
Yup.
Are they crunchy or chewy?
They're a little chewy. I warmed mine
That's
up
what I
earlier.
like. That is what I like. I like the chewy.
I was trying to hide them from you. I
chocolate chip
was
cookies.
like, okay, hopefully he doesn't see
You
me.
didn't hide them very well.
I
I
know.
seen them earlier.
I know.
I just assumed you were snacking.
I figured that's what you would assume. All right, so I guess I should tell you what movie I picked. this week, huh?
Let's tell the people
Well,
what we're talking about.
We
today.
are talking about Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump.
Yup.
Oh, did you cry this week?
A
little bit?
I did, kind of. I got really emotional
This
just thinking
movie
watching
gets
this
to you.
movie.
It's like that stupid feather blowing in the wind.
Okay.
Breaks
So
my heart.
everybody who is everybody should have seen this fucking movie by now.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't, I don't know what the fuck.
And you should have guessed it from our scene last week.
Yes.
It's very, very easy to guess.
Mm-hmm.
Overly easy. This might have been our easiest scene to do. Well, not to do, but for people to guess for the following week.
I have to say that I pretty much have nothing but fun facts
Nice.
on this movie. So I didn't really dive into the individual people in this movie
Uh-huh.
because we will have them in more movies, definitely.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
So I wasn't tripping, but there's so much about this movie that I was like, I need to just hit y'all with these facts.
Mm-hmm.
So let's start it off with,
We're just going to unload facts on
I'm just
people.
going to buckle up, you guys. We going to be running.
we're running through these facts.
We going to be running. Okay, so
From
let me
that
hit you with the
down.
stats, all right? This movie came out July 6th, 1994. All right, so it's been over 20 years, 25 years.
25 years.
Yeah. So,
Almost. In
yeah.
a couple months.
And this is the craziest thing I've ever had to. I had to ask.
Giggling.
I
What
had
kind
to
of facts
ask-
are you going to give us?
I had to ask if I was correct on what I was reading. So, the budget was $55 million,
Okay.
which in today's money is $94 million.
Damn near doubled in 20 years.
Okay, so this movie made $677 million worldwide in the box office.
Jesus.
Which in today's money is $1.1 billion.
From a drama. It's not very often that you get a drama like this and it makes that kind of money.
I mean, yeah. It's
A fictional biopic, you might
yeah,
say.
that everyone has like a part you can connect to. That's what it is. It's just everybody. He's
You can associate with this character
with
in
this
many
character
facets.
in so many ways.
Absolutely. You know they're still trying to make a part 2, right?
Well,
It's still
we'll
in
get to that.
development.
Yeah, I have a little fun fact on that. Okay,
All right.
so Rotten Tomatoes, critics 72%,
Bitches.
audience 95%.
Mm-hmm.
I expected the critics to be more in the 80s,
I did too. Haters.
but yeah,
Harsh ass critics.
yeah, it's still up there on our Rotten
Somebody's
Tomatoes.
always got something negative to say.
Yeah.
Certain critics think they're the end all know all of movie making, and it's like if it doesn't fit within your style of movie making.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like
Robert Zemeckis, bitches.
this movie to me created the coming of age movie.
I just realized we're having chocolate milk and cookies.
Oh yeah, let me get my cookies. Mm-hmm.
It is very much a coming of age movie.
But I feel like it's like the coming of age movie. Like if you're like, what's a coming of age movie? You'd be like, Forrest Gump. You'd be like,
Yeah. I mean, this one is more than just a coming of age. It's like throughout his life. You know, he goes from a child to not an old man,
How
but
old is
an
he?
adult. It's never really disclosed.
how old do you think he is?
After everything, I mean, if you
Okay.
really went through the decades and did the math, you could figure it out. But I would put him at the oldest, 40.
The modern day, I believe, is the 80s. Not
Yes.
the 90s. Okay.
Yes. Because through the 60s, through the 70s, yeah, they're in the 80s. In which case, late 30s, 40 at the most.
Yeah, yeah.
By the time that all happens.
So, Are you ready for the completely made up drinking game?
I am ready for this drinking game.
Jason did help a lot on this game.
I was just rattling off thoughts. I was like, oh, you could do this. Oh, you could do this. Oh,
so
you can
this
do that.
is
my fault.
No, this is totally a joint drinking game. So here we go. So take one simp
Okay.
when someone talks about his intelligence. And that's either good or bad because
your boy's different.
that part, or you can think of him when he's in the army and he's like, God damn it, Gump.
You goddamn genius.
You must have an IQ of 160. Like, you know, that is, so either one of those.
Constantly.
Or if someone is he
Mm.
stupid and he tells him stupid.
Stupid or something.
Stupid is as stupid does.
I like when Lieutenant Dan comes to his defense. What did you say?
With those cracked out
Those
hooker
little
ladies.
hookers. Don't you ever call him stupid.
Instead of you're stupid or something.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you take one simp every time someone dies.
Oh,
And that's all I have to say
a
about
sad
that.
dream. And that's all I have to say about that.
Okay? I'm going to be quoting left and right, you guys. This is one of my fucking favorite movies. When I started thinking of this show, all I was thinking about is I wanted to do this movie so bad because I never thought about the drink. This would be pre me drink with drinks in this show.
Yeah.
So then I was like, fuck. I almost did.
How do we get to Forrest Gump?
Yes. And I was like, free month, it's time. So I also was going to do a flaming Dr. Pepper.
That would have been good.
But that means
Almost
that we
had me about 15 Dr. Peppers.
we would have had to been, it's a drop shot.
Damn.
So we would have been chugging. So I decided to pass on that, but I think we should try it at least once.
I'm down. Yeah. on a different episode?
Yeah.
Or a different
Just a
movie?
different day.
We'll
No.
have to find some other movie where they drink Dr. Pepper.
Well, I like that we sip and we drink. I don't want to like chug because then you're only going to do like one.
Yeah.
See? That's no fun. So let's get back to this drinking game.
Yes.
You take one simp when Jenny is with another guy. Which was yours.
Yes, it was. And that can be like when it's suggested as well. Not just when she's like in the car with homeboy that gets his ass beat.
Or the dude who beats her ass.
Or the dude that beats her ass. But like...
No, the two dudes that beat her ass.
she's hooking up with that truck driver that picks her up. You know she's hooking up with the dude that's like, anybody want to go to San Francisco? All of them.
That's
how she gets around.
You know what?
And that's how she gets around.
To be honest, I would have been more like Jenny too, though, as a free spirit. Like, I just want to sing music.
Sure.
And I just want to go to San Francisco and free love. And I would have been snorting coke and all this stuff because you don't know better back then.
You didn't. Unfortunately, that's kind of how she, came to her ending.
But they don't really talk about that.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, okay.
But.
All right, so, where was I? Oh, was she another guy? Okay.
Yes.
So you take one simp when you see Forrest is running. Anywhere. Across America.
I was running.
I could run like the wind blows.
You wouldn't believe it. I told you. And he's so
proud of
arrogant.
himself.
I can run like the wind blows.
I understand because when I was in high school, I was quick.
That's his form of dusting off his shoulders.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can run.
I ran track. I was like varsity, so I could feel him where he's like, I was just, nobody could catch me. So you take one simp when you see Jenny in her life. So when they're when he goes, oh, I think about Jenny, and you see her about to jump off the ledge.
Oh,
or you see her leaving because that douchebag punched her in the face during New Year's.
She's singing on Hollywood Boulevard.
Yeah, anytime where we flash to see where she is at her point in her life.
When they're separated.
You take a simp.
I got you.
So you take a simp every president Forrest meets. And I believe it's 4.
To the White House again. And I met the president again.
It's like a big to-do about it. And I believe it's 4 presidents, if I'm not mistaken.
Maybe 3. Ford, Nixon, JFK. Did he meet somebody else?
Okay, maybe it is 3.
Maybe it is 3.
I don't know. But, okay, so you take one simp when he says, Mama always says anything. Life's like a box of chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
Stupid is, stupid does.
I ate some. I can't eat about 1.5 billion of these.
I know. I bet she didn't even care.
Dude, you brought me chocolate, but you ate half of it.
That's all right. He's like, I ate the half you didn't like. So anytime.
How does she know? She's never tried it because he's always eating it before she's got to it.
His heart's in a good place. That's why no one cares.
Yeah, such a sweet man.
So anytime Mama gives good advice, Mama just knew a way how to say things.
Mm-hmm.
What is the line?
Mama always had a way of saying things so I could understand.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mama wise. Mm-hmm. Happy Mother's Day again. To all the mamas. So take one simp when someone gets shot, including Forrest.
Something bit me.
even if he shows his ass to the fucking president.
God damn, son.
Because a lot of people get shot. Even Lieutenant Dan gets shot.
Everybody gets shot.
When he talks about,
Bubba gets shot.
When he talks about JFK getting shot and Bobby Kennedy getting shot,
Governor Wallace gets shot.
Yeah, like just within history, someone's getting shot.
John Lennon gets shot. Somebody.
Oh yeah, he does talk about he was going home to go see his son.
Sign an autograph. Somebody shot that nice young man.
Let's not get me started on John Lennon. That just makes me so sad. Okay. So you take one simp when every time Bubba says shrimp. This was also Jason's. So
that was mine.
When you get real fucked up.
I threw that in there. I know everything there is to know about the shrimping business.
He just be like, you can shrimp all up in these waters here.
Vietnam is good shrimp.
Mm-hmm. And when he names all the shrimps.
Can you name all the shrimps?
I saw it written down and I was like, oh shit, it's like shrimp kebab.
It's a lot. It's like you can bake it, saute it. They use on shrimp kebab, shrimp krills, shrimp salad, shrimp and potatoes, shrimp burger, shrimp sandwich.
He didn't say shrimp tacos.
He didn't say
shrimp burritos.
That's about it. However, they're going through like 2 days of him just shrimp this.
Whatever.
Shrimp
That's
that.
like a fucking month, dude. Not even 2 days.
Shrimp gumbo. Ooh, shrimp gumbo.
I think that's about it. I wish that Forrest would have been like, oh, and shrimp kebabs or something like one more. He'd be like, oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Like
Speaking
he was listening.
of shrimp, if you guys haven't noticed that it's still daylight outside, we started a little bit early today because we're going to Bubba Gump Shrimp after this, and they close at 10, so we're trying to get there on time. So we try
to get the hell out of here, you guys. So we gonna hit this shit. Also, we have a lot of facts, so we need to get this shit done and not be here all fucking night.
Yes,
I will find the shrimps
because
I want to read
movie.
It is, but it doesn't feel long when you watch it.
It doesn't feel long. I watched it 3-4 times this week, and it did not feel like it. I finished it every single time.
This is a movie that, no matter when it comes on, whatever part I'm at, I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna finish it to the end. I'll be like, ooh, they're in Vietnam. Mm-hmm. Ooh, oh, Jenny came back. Like,
yeah, like
doesn't matter what
it
part.
For you earlier today and started from the beginning. You didn't even care.
I did not care. I was like, oh, we're starting over. I love it. Okay, so you take one simp when Forrest shows up in history.
That's funny.
You like that?
I do like that.
Where he's like, Coons.
Peeking through the footage of Governor Wallace.
Yeah, and he's like in the background like, what the fuck?
Raccoons try to get off Fort Porch. Mama just chases him off
with a boom. Not raccoons. Niggers. Well, they want to go to school with us.
And he's so oblivious. He's like, really?
That's why I feel like...
And he's like, all right, well, shit.
He's the best character ever because he is so sweet and giving and loving.
Absolutely.
He
doesn't judge some of our worst person.
Yeah, some part of he's such a sweet person during a time in history when shit was really hitting the fan.
And it's also one of those like ignorance is bliss situations.
Yeah.
You know, like he doesn't understand the circumstances. Even when he's whooping homeboy's ass after he backhands Jenny, you know, before he walks out, he's like, "Sorry, I had a fight in the middle of your Black Panther party."
I know. And the black guys were just like,
I
mean, yeah, you should beat the shit out of that.
Shit happens, man. And do you?
They probably didn't like him either.
You can't stay here. I mean, hell no, they don't like him. He's in a full suit with his medal of honor.
Not Forrest.
Oh, the white boy?
Yeah, that he is. I don't think they really care for him either. I'm
sure they don't.
I think they're like kind of friends with Jenny because
probably, or they utilize him for the movement.
Yeah, because
he might have some connections.
Jenny went and lived in San Francisco, which is across the bridge from Oakland, where all the Black Panthers are. So she probably had some sort of connections. That's why she was there.
For sure.
And, I mean, they don't care enough to beat this white dude's ass for hitting a white chick, but they ain't going to be too mad at Forrest for doing it. They're like, yeah, he's a dick.
Yeah.
But, you know, you fighting, so get the fuck out.
Yeah. I got you.
So you take one sip every Dr. Pepper Forrest drinks. How's that? That good?
That's 15 sips right there. I wasn't hungry, but thirsty.
He was so thirsty.
And number 2, they was free.
I know. When I was in college, I would walk down to the store, get a 12-pack of Dr. Pepper, and that was my shit. So I totally understand. I could have drank 15 in one spot, too. Okay, so you finish your drink.
Yes.
Here we go. When Forrest breaks through his braces.
Yeah.
Which is also Jason's.
It's such a great scene. He like breaks through them things and he's gone. That little boy was...
And he like looks up like, oh fuck!
He's got this stupid smile on his
He's
face.
Like, oh my god, I'm about to fucking run. I do have to say that they both have pretty good form for me being a track and field expert.
Yeah, I mean the little boy hasn't learned completely how to run.
No. I mean that was the first.
Are, like flailing about. But...
That was the first time he was like, "Oh my god, I'm actually moving quickly. This is awesome." Yeah.
His legs are strong, Miss Gump. Strong as I've ever seen.
But his back is as crooked as a politician. I do like that. Like when he comes home to see his mama and she's dying, and the doctor's like.
Short and straight boy.
Like, oh yeah, look how tall you stand. And so you finish your drink when Jenny and Forrest have sex. When she pops his cherry.
She does, doesn't she? 30-year-old, 35-year-old virgin. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I mean, because when they were in college.
I mean, he's still premature.
I'm dizzy.
I'm sorry.
I think I ruined your roommate's
bathrobe.
It's okay. I don't like her anyway.
Is that what she said?
Yeah. I always like that. I'm like, yeah. I've had roommates who were shitty too.
Straight up.
I let my friend bust a nut on it.
Bathrobe. All you did was grab a titty, Forrest.
He didn't even. He just looks at it. She does.
She takes his hand and puts it around, and he's like.
He was like.
That's his old face.
I'm dizzy. I feel drained.
That would have been really funny if he would have like done a second like.
We're like okay, and that is the completely made up drinking game. Yep,
I like that a lot. I almost want to add something about Lieutenant Dan.
Every time he says fuck.
Or didn't we say like every time Forrest runs or mentions running or something like that?
That was one.
You threw that in there,
Oh,
didn't you?
every time you see Forrest is running.
Then that's the drinking game.
That's the drinking game.
Oh my god. Okay, let's get started.
Can we start from the very, very beginning?
What are we talking about?
It's a very good place to start. Okay,
let's start from the very beginning.
I'm glad you're catching on, because last time you had no clue what the fuck I was thinking.
I mean, threw me off.
All right, so this movie was a book before everything.
Yep. Yes, it was.
So Forrest Gump is a book from 1986 by Winston Groom. Okay, and he wrote this book, and the book is kind of close to what the movie is, or the vice versa. I have not read this book, but I want to. So if somebody has a used copy who wants to send it to me, I am more than willing to read it.
I mean, I'm sure you can get it somewhere.
I know.
But I mean, if somebody's got a book they can lend out.
Yeah.
I don't lend out books no more because I never get them back.
I gotta finish Harry Potter. I know, but I do. This is on the list. So
you're gonna throw out the sold copies because I was very interested in that.
No.
Oh well, apparently yes.
Okay.
It sold 33,000 copies before the movie came out. Afterwards, it sold 1.4 million copies. So the movie definitely brought awareness to the book.
See?
And people started loving the movie so much that they went out and did, like you.
Winston's about to make some money off of me. I'm about to buy it.
Winston Groom.
So, that was a cool fact. So, what's it called? Where am I at?
Oh, I'm finishing my cookie.
So, in the movie, or in the book, Bubba and Forrest are friends before they join the army.
Interesting.
Instead of them meeting and then they're in the army.
I kind of like the way Robert Zemeckis did it, but of course I haven't read the book.
Right. He also, his life was, you think his life was incredible in this movie? They didn't even put all the things that Forrest did.
Jesus.
So some of the things that Forrest completed in his awesome life is he worked for NASA as an astronaut.
What?
He gets in...
That's a little far-fetched.
He gets in an anti-war, thing.
What?
I don't know.
Like
a movement.
Okay.
And in Washington, and I think he gets fired from NASA because of that or something like that.
I got you.
He also has a brief career as a chess champion.
Wait, does this mean that he's not dumb in the book?
He's not dumb in life. He just has Alzheimer's.
Well,
I was gonna say.
In this one, they specifically say that his IQ is 75.
Yeah, but he could just be. I know, to do chess, be a chess champ.
Yeah.
Be an astronaut.
Like, he clearly has a ability to focus and narrow in on something from his ability to fit into the army, like you're saying, like one of those round pegs, or his ability to play ping pong the way that he does, those sort of things. But they clearly state that his IQ is 75.
That's true. I don't know. I haven't read the book. If you read the book, shout me holla. He also was a stuntman.
Nice. Somebody's playing music somewhere.
I thought it was just me.
No. Damn, neighbors. All right, well, we got a soundtrack to this episode.
Yeah, whatever these fuckers are.
That's the downside of starting the podcast.
Is that the guy karaoke in it?
Oh, Filipino too in the back. Hey, homeboy can sing.
He can't.
He sounds like Filipino Elvis. Which we're going to talk about in this.
Okay, so he was a stuntman, and he was a professional wrestler called the Dunce.
Like WWF wrestler?
Yeah.
Nice.
So he had a crazy life.
This sounds like the exciting life of Walter Mitty a little bit.
Mm-hmm. But Forrest really did his, I guess.
I mean, is this isn't based off of a real person, is it?
No.
Okay.
No.
But you're right. It's not imaginary like that one is.
I got you. Do you want to know who was based on real life?
Wow.
Okay. Nathan Bedford Forrest.
Bedford.
Who Forrest is named after, was a real army general, and he was a crazy racist.
Is he really the one that started the Ku Klux Klan?
I didn't dive in too much because, to be honest with you, I didn't want to be upset by reading this crap. But
for sure,
I was more interested in so the shot of Hank when they show Bedford
dressed up like ghosts or spooks or something. They even dressed up their horses.
And the horses. Okay, so do you know what that film is from? Like the background shot?
I don't.
Okay, no. So it is, they put him into a real scene from the 1950 silent film, A Birth of a Nation. Have you ever heard of that?
I have heard of Birth of a Nation. Okay.
Okay, so A Birth of a Nation is a movie, a white supremacist movie.
Yes, it is.
About how killing and attacking black people, especially black men, was what they were supposed to do, and that they're all this crazy shit. Anyway, it became one of the biggest, I believe it was the first movie to get $1 million ever.
Funded?
No, made $1 million.
Profited.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I also believe that's because it toured for 2-3 years, because there's cities in the country that refused to play it, like New York and Los Angeles.
Of course.
We're like, fuck y'all, get out of here with your racist bullshit.
Forward-thinking states.
This movie was the first film ever to be shown in the White House by President Woodrow Wilson. And I only say this to remind us that sometimes we all do something that just don't make no sense. Mm-hmm. Like that being a movie that you, as a president, would want to watch.
I mean, yeah, for real. That makes me feel like Woodrow Wilson makes me want to question his ideologies.
Yeah. So
I mean, I don't know not much about that particular president to begin with, but dude, come on.
Yeah, now you got an asterisk.
I know you came after Lincoln, so
I will give you somewhat of that. 1915,
But
shit, yeah.
Apparently we haven't learned now. We got presidents.
We're going back to 1915 again. Anyway, so I just wanted to bring that to attention because I do know the history of that movie, and I couldn't. When I watched it this week, I was like, "Damn, what the name of that fucking movie?" And I asked my dad, and he was like, "Oh, Birth of a Nation?" And I was like,
is that
yeah.
The face that he made?
He did make that's shit. I'm like, yeah. I just wanted to know because that they added him to that scene to run with all these crazy people.
Robert Zemeckis had a very clear idea of what he wanted to do with this movie, and very specifically chose these points in time where there was footage or stock footage, you might say, in different points in time, in political time, in American history.
Do you just want to give us a quick tech corner?
You want to do the tech corner?
Yeah, because I feel like that I actually could banter with you on this one. Let's do it. I got some fun facts. I didn't write them down. I just love this movie so much.
Okay, so Zenobia did want us to do a tech corner on this, and I am very excited to talk about it to begin with. But if you notice in this movie, there is a lot of scenes where either Forrest Gump is inside of a point in history, and not only that, but they alter the scene to suit the scenario with him.
Where he's interacting with history.
Exactly. So like when he shows President Ford that he got shot in the ass.
Oh,
And did you figure out how they did this?
Yes.
Okay.
But go ahead, tech corner. Well,
what they do is this movie came out in 1994. This is right when computer graphics and computer editing was coming to a certain degree.
They pretty much showed us what the future is going to be like.
Exactly. And that's why it was like unprecedented.
To be honest with you, it still holds up. Like it legit still holds up. It's not like, you can see that. Like, no, it still looks good.
Yeah, absolutely. So first of all, they filmed Forrest Gump in front of a green screen, and they put him in position. So they had already chosen what scenes or what stock footage they were going to use, and they made him specifically move with the frame of the stock footage.
What I read that they did was like they would look at the stock footage and they would find someone in the footage that would be perfect to fit Forrest.
Yeah,
and then they would
frame him out. Exactly.
Then they would cut them out, and then that's where you would put Forrest, him shaking hands or doing whatever.
Exactly. And then what they would do is they would use computer graphics to move the mouth of whatever president or historic figure needed to be talking.
Yeah.
Same way as like, do you remember those little like baby commercials where the baby's like talking and stuff like that? Yeah. That's ultimately what they did, but much before. As well as, they won the Oscar that year for Best Editing.
Yep.
Because not only did they do that, but they cut off Lieutenant Dan's legs.
I know how they did that.
Oh, go ahead. I'll let you do it. That's not how they did it.
That's not how they did it. They put blue socks on him. And they made it so that there were holes in parts of the set. So
yes,
and they would have a wheelchair that would hide his legs so that you wouldn't be able to see below the knee.
Yes.
And then like the scene where he's sitting on the boat and he tells Forrest, what does he say? Like, I never said thank you for saving my life. And he swings his no legs around and he jumps in the water and he swims off. Before it's edited, there is pretty much a gap between where he's sitting and how he swings his legs. So he swings his legs so it feels like you're fluidly going through things. They do that with like a table in certain scenes so that it feels like he's going through things. Or they would have him lay and there would be holes for him to stick his legs in.
Exactly. Same situation as in the hospital when he's laying down. They cut out holes in the bed so his legs fall down. Of course, they still have blue socks on because the orderly guy comes over and he has to lift Gary Sinise off of the bed and put him on the other gurney and roll him out.
Yeah.
You know. So I don't know.
What the fuck?
I don't know where that music is coming from. Let me see.
That sounds like an ice cream truck, kind of.
No,
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Karaoke or some shit. My dude in the back is playing his music. It is.
We got to get our shrimp on, so we are going to make sacrifices.
We're going to keep on rolling.
Okay. So yeah. That's some of the tech corner.
That is some of the tech corner. They did a great job, and they won the Oscar for it. They won 6 Oscars. They were nominated for like, I want to say 10. You know, that's a hell of a lot. Yeah. So this movie is unprecedented. It is an amazing movie. It is a historical movie, and it's not the most that a movie has ever been nominated, but it's up there.
It's up there. Oh, I have another tech corner. Jason Tech Corner.
Uh-oh.
Do you know how he made it look like he was carrying Bubba?
Yeah.
They had a crane.
Nice.
And they had Bubba hooked up. And so he's like holding him, but he's not really holding. He could let him go and he'd still be in the same spot. And that's how they like ran. And it was all set on timers for the fucking explosion.
Got you.
Yeah.
I like that.
I do a lot of tech corner on this
so
movie.
Fast and so far. Pretty soon I was by myself.
There was no one else.
Is a bad thing.
I had to go check on Bubba. He was
I gotta find Bubba.
That's good. Would you come find me?
Fuck yeah. I got you.
I got you.
I mean,
I would have you get on my motherfucking back though. I'd be like, come on, dude. Let's do this.
Get it.
Or carry you like a firefighter.
I've been running lately. It's helping.
Yep.
No, my legs. My legs is getting strong again, Miss Gump.
I know, I weigh 1,000 pounds, but
you do not.
The adrenaline will be fine.
If we get drunk enough, we'll do a video of me carrying you on my back.
The video of you throwing your back out.
I will not. I can absolutely carry you.
Okay. So
let's dive into these people.
All right. I told you I got more fun facts than real facts, so let's do it.
All right. Well, starting with our wonderful director, Mr. Robert Zemeckis. So,
which I didn't do a lot because we definitely are doing more on that bitch.
Yes, absolutely. So, we should have mentioned this earlier, but he is known as the whiz kid of special effects. So, it's no surprise that Forrest Gump has these special effects in there. It's no surprise that they are amazing and they look so well done because Robert Zemeckis has been doing this kind of work since Back to the Future.
I mean, he just did that new movie I wanted to see, Welcome to Our Marwin or whatever.
Oh, with Steve Carell.
It looks really cool.
Yes, he did.
And that's why I want to see it. I was like, the special effects looks really cool in this movie.
As technology advances, him, Spielberg, a couple of other directors, they stay on the forefront of the advancements.
What's the first movie of his you remember? Oh,
definitely Back to the Future. Definitely Back to the Future.
The year before that, he did Romance in the Stone, which I didn't see until I was a lot older, but...
Yeah, exactly. I mean, back in the day, you couldn't just watch a movie. It didn't show up on regular TV.
Yeah.
You had to either find it
Or
at Blockbuster Video.
Yep.
You had to hear about it before, and there was no internet or social media or anything.
If
you didn't catch that commercial, you didn't see the previews for it.
You have to read the back of the box.
Exactly.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
He has directed some of my favorite movies of all time.
I definitely can't wait to do that
with
movie.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Obviously, he did Back to the Future 2 and 3. Which one's your favorite?
I'm going to go with part 1.
Put them in order of favorites.
1, 3, 2.
2, 1, 3. Best of like 3.
2, 1, what?
2, 1, 3. Or Foo.
Foo.
Yeah. 2...
Wong.
Yeah, I like the 2 one because
Foo.
you get the future and the past.
Mm-hmm.
Then I like the second one because he gets to go and he kisses his mom.
There's not really a bad one. I like all 3 of them.
And I like that they turned the fucking train into a time machine. I can't even. And I'm ready for the next one, which I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be the 4th.
What? I didn't see anything of that note.
I can't remember where I saw it.
It's not in his movies in production.
It doesn't necessarily mean that it's his.
That's true. However, he does have an untitled Jetsons project.
Coming out? Yeah, bring the Jetsons back.
It's in script form right now. Who knows if it's going to happen or not. You know, he's also trying to make Roger Rabbit 2.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, we no longer have the late, great Bob Hoskins. So I don't know what they would do in that scenario.
He did die.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
I didn't know he was British until so fucking long after.
He plays New York so well.
It did
with
not know.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit, with Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
You know, when he's doing Smee and Hook.
Oh, yeah, he is Smee.
Yeah, he's Smee.
Smee's me. What about me?
Smee. What about Smee? Wait. Shmee's me.
Shmee. What about me? I love him.
I absolutely
we will definitely
Bob
do
Hoskins.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit because that is another tech corner for you.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
We have Contact.
I never saw that one. I'm sorry. What? Stop yelling at me.
With Jodie Foster, right? Jodie Foster and Matthew McConaughey.
Mm.
Anyone out there, if I'm just putting it out there, if you guys know Katya, the amazing queen for RuPaul's Drag Race, Contact is her favorite fucking movie. She talks about it all the time. I would love her to come on here and we could talk about Contact because I love that movie. So I'm just putting it out there. Anyone know Katya? Let's do it.
I'm getting drunk over here.
I know. I'm about to make another one after we talk about this.
Don't make me drink another
What
one.
Lies Beneath in 2000.
Yeah.
He also did another Tom Hanks movie.
Yes, he did.
Castaway, which I also super fucking love. We will also do.
I should have mentioned earlier, but Tom Hanks is among my top favorite actors of all time. It's like him, Robin Williams, Paul Newman. There's a couple of other ones, but like those are like
we have done none of them.
3. Yeah, this is our first Tom Hanks movie.
Yeah, I know.
Many more.
I also feel
I'm
the same
glad you
way.
broke the seal because now it's just
let it flood
all of
through.
them.
I know. I was also debating on my next free movie to be a Tom Hanks movie. Probably not, but maybe it will be in the future because I fucking love it. He also does another Tom Hanks movie in 2004.
Which one was that?
Polar Express.
Yeah.
Which was a very cool tech corner also.
That's one of Ashley's favorite Christmas
Is
movies.
it really? Oh, that's a good one. Mm-hmm. He did Beowulf. I remember reading that in high school. I loved it. And the movie wasn't too bad. And the tech of it was kind of cool. It came out in 2007. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Christmas Carol with Jim Carrey.
I never saw it.
It was okay.
It was alright.
But he also did one with my boo-boo, who we haven't had on the show yet.
Which one?
Flight with Denzel.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Will Smith. But yeah, he did do Flight with Denzel.
I know, we don't
We
have
just
one.
talked about that movie
We did.
last week or the week before?
Oh, last week because we were talking about Sully.
That's what it was.
Also Tom Hanks. Yeah.
Okay.
The
but
Walk.
we're going to talk about Robert Zemeckis a lot.
Did you see The Walk?
I didn't. Joseph Gordon-Levitt, though.
Mm-mm.
It wasn't that good?
I
mean,
they
can't all be great.
I like the story. I understand the directing was not the problem. It was beautifully done, and it did make you feel like you were like, ooh. And I did work at the movie theaters when it came out.
Who dropped the ball?
Jason Gordon-Levitt.
Did he really?
Yeah. His French accent was like...
I gotcha.
Very, very bad. But people did leave because they had vertigo because it felt so real of people being on... Yeah.
Fuck that.
But then I saw a documentary
That's the
on
kind
the
of
real
movie
guy.
that I don't know if I could see.
It was cool. I liked it.
Because of the height situation.
I feel it because he had to make that for someone who tight ropes across the Twin Towers. I mean, you have to kind of have that.
I would get knots in my stomach watching that movie.
Watch the documentary. It's so fucking cool. And you just see this guy hanging out there.
Okay.
But yeah, that's a little bit of his filmography.
Well,
all bangers.
I want to talk about, before we get to the cast, a couple of people.
Wait, can I give you a fun fact?
Yes.
Fun fact! He's from Chicago.
Who is?
Robert Zemeckis.
Yes, he is. Ooh, that was good.
And he went to school at USC. Go Trojans! I didn't have to look that one up. I don't know that one.
No, I knew that one.
And the School of Cinema with George Lucas.
Yes, he did.
And John Milius. Milius. He did Apocalypse Now.
Who did?
That director I just mentioned. John something.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because I looked it up. I was like, well, who's this guy? Because I don't... You know how I am with my names.
Did he produce it or did he direct it?
Oh, maybe he produced.
I was going to say, because...
Who directed that?
Hold on.
Yeah, you hold on. I'm making a drink.
I'm going to look this shit up. Pause, people.
Hold for a drink.
How do you spell apocalypse? Because I have no idea.
Oh, I don't know. You're asking the wrong person.
Coppola directed that.
Oh, you're right. Then he must have produced it.
Oh, John Milius. John Milius is a different person. So he is more of a producer. He's responsible for Conan the Barbarian, one of my favorite movies, Jeremiah Johnson.
Never heard of
with
it.
Robert Redford.
Okay.
Oh, dude, that's a hell of a movie. If you want to do a throwback movie with Robert Redford, Jeremiah Johnson. He is a man who has just gotten out of the war. He is tired of the life of, American life and city life and this, that, and the other. He wants to become a mountain man, and he absolutely does. He finds himself a wife out there. He builds a log cabin with absolutely no tools whatsoever.
What time period is that?
This is in the... maybe 20s or 30s, I would say.
Oh, okay.
1920s or 30s. Yeah. So John Milius he has directed a few things, but he's more of a producer.
Well, they went to school together.
Oh, okay. As far as what he's directed, he directed Conan the Barbarian.
Okay.
He directed a movie called Dillinger, Farewell to the King. His biggest movie that he has directed would be Conan the Barbarian, more famously known as a producer. Look at you. Well, let's talk about Mr. Don Burgess. He is the director of photography for this movie.
Oh.
Yes, and I believe he was nominated for an Oscar for this movie.
As he should be.
Yeah.
Did he win? Who beat this one?
He did not win, but he was nominated I think, for an Oscar. For this specific movie. Since this movie, he has done Contact, he's done Castaway, but he's also done The Conjuring. He just shot Aquaman.
Oh, Aquaman, I felt like it was well done. That's good.
Yeah, absolutely. So he he does comedy, he does drama, he does action, he does everything. He shot Divergent. Well, he did additional shots for Divergent, as well as Ted 2.
Okay.
You know, he is a very sought after cinematographer, and it all didn't necessarily start with Forrest Gump, but Forrest Gump definitely put him on the map. He did do Flight, so he's kind of Robert Zemeckis' go-to cinematographer. But in between, he shot 42, Jackie Robinson's story.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, exactly. So
with my boo-boo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
His list goes on and on and on. You know, Book of Eli, Fool's Gold with Matthew McConaughey. That was a hell of a one too.
I can see that.
As far as cinematography
because they had to go
goes.
do a lot of underwater shit.
So, I just wanted to talk about Don Burgess for a second. It's not his most beautifully shot movie, but it is a beautifully shot movie. Actually, I don't know, because this is the one that got him his Oscar nomination.
I just want to say thank you for shooting this beautiful movie that is forever one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about a couple of the filmmakers before we dive into the cast. One being Don Burgess. Two being Mr. Alvin.
Chipmunks.
Why are you making me this chocolate martini? I'm already messing up. Alan Silvestri. Alan Silvestri is.
I'm sorry that I'm your personal motherfucking bartender.
Seriously, can you stop?
I'm sorry that I make you fancy cocktails.
I'm having too much good times. Stop making me drinks.
Okay, all right. Next week there will be one drink on this table.
And it's mine. Alan Silvestri is our musical composer. So he's the man responsible exactly
for that fucking.
That sounded a little Jurassic Park.
That did. I sure did. I was like, wait.
No.
Oh wait, can I give you?
That came out in '93.
Fun fact.
Give me it.
This was the second highest grossing movie behind Jurassic Park. I believe there was one other movie. It wasn't Titanic.
Was it really?
Yeah, it wasn't Titanic yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
I mean, Jurassic Park came out a year before.
It was something else.
I don't know.
I don't remember. I read it somewhere. You guys, there were so much fucking fun facts on this. I did way more pages than I should have.
Yeah,
but
and we ain't got time to get to all the pages, but we're going to get to
as many as we can. We getting to all this shit. I wrote it down by hand. It's getting said.
You
hit it.
You finish it, and
move on.
We'll meet you at Bubble
Keep going. I'll catch an Uber.
Okay, well, Alan Silvestri is our musical composer. He's responsible for the scores in this movie, as most notably the song in the beginning with the feather floating through space and all that stuff. But I love the music that he chose for this movie.
Yeah, because it tells the story of the time.
It tells the story of the time, and you could have chosen a whole lot of songs, and the ones that he chose are absolutely beautiful. The songs that he chose, even when Jenny is naked on stage with her guitar and she's singing, how many roads must a man walk down?
Bobby Dylan.
Yeah, Bobby Dylan. Exactly. So each song that he chose was very, very specific, not only for its melody, but for the words that it said.
Well, that song is perfect for Jenny, because, she's like a hippie,
But not only that, like when they're in Vietnam, in country, when they're back and they're in D.C., when
they're in Alabama.
She is on drugs and she's in the apartment.
They play some Jimi Hendrix.
Exactly. Everything is very specific.
Do you know who they played the most in this movie?
What?
The Doors.
Did they?
Mm-hmm. I think they
have Doors
three.
Are
they have like three
synonymous
songs
with the 60s. Yeah. I got you.
Mm-hmm.
But Alan Silvestri, so he also did The Polar Express with Robert Zemeckis.
Okay.
He did Captain America, The First Avenger, which I watched the other day because after seeing Endgame, I kind of just want to start at the beginning.
Oh, you Endgamed it?
I Endgamed it.
How'd you feel?
I cried.
Okay, that's all we're gonna say because I don't want to ruin it for people.
No, exactly.
But yeah, it was good.
Oh shit! He is the composer for Endgame. So Alan Silvestri is the composer for
still out there
Avengers
making fucking
Endgame.
bangers.
Yeah, exactly. So he's still doing his thing, killing the game.
That's so
Speaking
funny.
of,
So funny.
And lastly, before we dive into the cast, I guess this counts as the cast. I want to talk about Kurt Russell. You know what fun fact I'm giving out
I
there,
do,
aren't
so
you?
go ahead.
I'm going to give it to you. Go ahead. Throw it out there.
Fun fact. Kurt Russell provided the voice for Elvis Presley.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Hey, man, show me that movie you're doing again.
Some of that crazy little walk you just did there.
Slow
it down some, man.
No, she's like, this is not for children.
Yeah. So I didn't know that Kurt Russell did such a great Elvis impersonation.
Yeah.
Clearly, it's not him that is playing Elvis.
He's just doing the voice.
He's just doing the voice. Yeah. What is the name of the guy that was actually playing Elvis? Because he's...
Then when I looked at a picture of him, I was like, he
known.
don't look like Elvis.
I can't find him.
You went in the mud of hell. No. Do-do-do-do. Crying all the time. Boo-doo-boo-doo. You want to hear a fun fact?
Give me a fun fact while I find the name of the man who played Elvis.
The world famous bench that Forrest sits on
Yes.
is located in the historic Savannah, Georgia at the Chipson Square. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but they're square.
Mm-hmm.
And they made 3 of them, if I'm not mistaken.
They did.
And one of them is in the Savannah Historic Museum.
Mm-hmm.
And another one is at
Paramount Pictures.
And then there's one more somewhere. Where was the third one?
It was purchased, I think, privately for $25,000. Yeah. And
And they have it like would you have it like in your foyer or you
Yeah.
have it like in front of your house?
I don't know where I would put that thing, but I have seen the one that is at Paramount Pictures.
Did you see
this movie was produced and distributed by Paramount, which, by the way, I didn't mean to wear this shirt.
I didn't want to say anything.
But I put it on this morning, and then halfway through the day, I was like, oh shit, we're talking about a Paramount movie. Fuck it, I'm going to leave it on.
Yeah, and I believe this is one of their highest grossing movies
It is
up
one of
until
their
like
highest grossing movies.
2012 or something like that. Something crazy like that.
And the man who played Elvis is named Peter Dobson.
Let me see that fool. He don't look like him, huh?
He does.
Peter what?
Dobson.
He doesn't look like Elvis.
I mean, he does to a degree, especially in the movie. He looks a hell of a lot like young Elvis.
In the movie, yeah. All right.
It's amazing what you can do
Can't
with
do
some
that.
prosthetics. I mean, this is 25 years later.
He's not fat, and he's not dying on a toilet. I don't know what to say.
Sung too many songs.
So something.
Had himself a heart attack or something. Must be hard being king.
Let's see if I got another fun fact for you.
Another fun fact? I mean, I'll give you a fun fact.
Give me one.
One of the kids that's on the bus,
Oh,
Alexander Zemeckis, Robert Zemeckis' son.
then I got another fun fact for you.
Okay, throw it out there. What is it? That Smashley's in the building?
That Smashley's in the motherfucking building. Brr, brr, brr.
Hi, baby. How you doing?
Hi.
Where are we going tonight?
We're going to
Bubble
Bubble
gum?
Gum Shrimp.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna have some shrimp gumbo.
I got another one for you,
Shrimp
though.
and potatoes. I don't know if they have. Well, shrimp
We'll
and
see.
fries. That's technically shrimp and potatoes.
Yeah. Smashley, we are drinking a chocolate martini tonight.
What?
It does have vodka in it. I don't know if you want it. It's vanilla vodka.
Take a sip first. Let us know what you think.
What'd you think?
You've had a long day, dear.
Because
Here
life
you
is
go.
like a chocolate martini. You never know what you're gonna get.
Martini. I love that word.
Me too.
Oh, that is strong, but it's delicious. That's really good.
She went up an octave there.
If you do want one, there is a chilled glass for you in there.
We will make you one.
Okay, so
No.
I do have another fact. The little redheaded girl who's sitting on the bus is Elizabeth Hanks, Tom Hanks' daughter.
Aww.
So they put their kids in the school bus scene.
That happens a lot.
That wasn't the fun fact I was going to
I'm going to throw my kids in every movie.
Yeah. Can you
Just in case my acting career doesn't work out, I'm going to raise the next
You're going to try to like Will Smith him?
Yeah.
Well, can you put me in every movie? Can I be your like what's the...
I'm going to raise the next Haley Joel Osment.
Yeah.
Why do I mention that? Because Haley Joel Osment is Forrest Gump Jr. in this movie.
Yes. Yes. I was going to say, put me like Ron Howard. Ron Howard's brother? Can I just be the weird Ron Howard brother?
I love Ron Howard's brother.
He just had a birthday like a couple weeks ago. Yeah, they had a picture together and I was like, oh my God.
Especially when he's doing like Tango and Cash and he's moving the slinky. He's like, I'm not afraid of you.
Like seriously, anytime.
See that guy? I killed him. He was my best friend.
Anytime I see him in a movie, I answer him like, is this a Ron Howard movie?
No, my dude gets
his own work, yeah. And he was working before Ron Howard was.
Yeah.
Who were we talking about again?
I mean, we could start with Haley Joel Osment since I just mentioned him.
Okay, go ahead.
But Haley Joel Osment, this may have been his first movie. Mm-hmm. He plays Forrest Gump Jr. Mm-hmm. And he does such a great job.
He does. And I just recently saw
He's a little Dakota Fanning.
He's so cute. He's like, my name is Forrest Gump. And it's the same fucking bus driver as Forrest had. Mm-hmm. So,
is it the same
it's
one?
It's the same bus driver.
Oh, that's really sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't believe she's still alive when she's chain smoking while taking
chain smoking again. Absolutely.
Okay.
So Haley Joel Osment is the youngest millennial to be nominated for a Academy Award.
For what, Sixth
I think it was for The Sixth Sense. Yeah. So, but this is, I believe, his very first movie.
It is.
It is his first movie. Mm-hmm. So this was right before he did Sixth Sense.
Have you seen him now?
Yes.
I just watched him in the new Netflix Ted Bundy movie with the long title. I can't ever remember.
The Zac Efron movie? Is
he
in that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now I want to see it.
Yeah, okay.
Nothing against Zac Efron. I love Zac Efron. However,
this is literally the best thing I've ever seen Zac Efron in.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, he works hard. I can't knock him.
I mean, I've always thought
doing
like
what Robert Downey did.
Yeah.
Where like he had his years where he was a little experimental with some extracurricular activities, and now he is refocused and he's working his ass off. Because before this, he did a movie called Paperboy, which I wasn't too impressed with his dramatic acting abilities.
As a person who is a murderino and has seen tons and tons of documentaries on Ted Bundy, he had him down.
Yeah, I feel like he has recalibrated his life and his career, and I think that he is laser focused. I think he's just going to keep going up at this point.
I think this movie is going to help him a lot. He really did good. I was watching it and I forgot it was Zac Efron at sometimes.
Okay, I'm glad that it has your stamp of approval because now I really want to see it.
You should see it.
And plus, now that I know Haley Joel Osment,
and he does have he has a supporting role. He plays. The movie's more about like the girlfriend of Ted Bundy's, and all this stuff, and he plays like a co-worker of hers who kind of helps her through like getting over this psycho that you dated for so long. He does a good job. They both do really good jobs.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, you should watch it. Netflix.
Well, let's start at the very beginning, like you were saying.
It's a very good place to start. Good, because I did nothing on him. Hit me with it.
I mean, I'm not going to give you a lot on him because there's not a lot to give, but Michael Connor Humphreys plays young Forrest Gump.
Run, Forrest, the one in the...
He's the little boy running, exactly.
He is so cute.
My name's Forrest Gump. Yeah.
I love when he's like sitting there
or what does he say?
The...
I'm Jenny. I'm Forrest Gump. That's what it is. Mm-hmm. I thought he did a great job.
He does a good job.
You know, he is now 33 years old. He is still acting.
Okay.
He's in a series right now called Night's End, which is in pre-production. So he's currently filming some stuff. He hasn't done anything in a long time. Basically, he hasn't done anything since Forrest Gump. He did one thing called Pathfinders in 2011.
That sounds familiar.
But it was like a self-produced thing. It wasn't like something big. now I think he's finally coming around and getting back into acting.
If you want your one hit wonder to be a movie, this is the movie you'd want. Because it's forever going to be shown in film history classes.
Forever.
It will always be on TNT during the summer.
Yeah.
You know, it's just always, yeah.
So these two, young Forrest and young Jenny, are basically what happens, the two of them, to young child actors. Some of them do one movie and then they don't act again, or they act later in their life, which is what happened to Michael. Whereas Hannah Hall, who played young Jenny, got a taste for acting very young, and she continued on from then on.
What's she been
She's
doing?
been acting ever since. She's done a lot. She is currently doing a movie called Logic of Being, where I think she's playing the lead. But she's done a lot of B movies. She grew up to be a very pretty girl, as you can see.
Oh, I've seen her.
Yeah, she's done some things.
Yeah.
She has become a journeyman actress, as you love to hear me say.
Hold on. Let me get that sip in. Journeyman.
But she's also 34 years old. You know, they cast them specifically. I like that they didn't cast older kids to play younger kids. They actually cast them according to their ages. So if this came out 25 years ago, they were roughly, with some fast math, 7 or 8 years old.
Well, they didn't have that big of a part, so you could get babies to do it because 2 weeks that shit was shot. You know?
Yeah. Their parts were shot pretty quick.
Yeah,
their
shots pretty. So you might as well get kids of age because it's not a whole movie. You only got to do 2 weeks max of these kids.
Yeah. I feel you on that. So I only have
I got a fun fact.
5 more people to talk about. I'm not getting into all the other people. There's
hell
so
no.
many people in this movie that we can't talk about all of them. I mean, if we talk about the principal, we got to talk about the drill sergeant.
I didn't talk about any of these people.
We got to talk about, all of these people.
People with real names.
We talk about the people that are very crucial to the movie.
Okay, can I give you a fun fact?
Yes, because I'm very excited to talk about my next character.
Okay, so let me give you a fun fact. Forrest house, the house that Forrest grew up in.
The house that Forrest built?
The house that a Gump built.
Well, grandpa's grandpa.
It is the same house that is used in The Patriot.
I thought that it was. I didn't want to say it, but I noticed very specifically that
you knew.
single vanishing point line down the road looking at the house with all those trees coming down. I knew that I recognized it from that movie.
It's the same place.
Because it's the same place where Mel Gibson is leaving late at night. Or like is that the house that they burned down?
Yep. And that's one of my faves. So, yeah, when I read that, I was like, oh, shit. So, yeah, the Patriots.
That's the aunt's house.
Mm-hmm. And so everything is pretty much the same. They just changed some of the, things to make it look more older than
like
it was.
Forrest says in the movie, that this house has been in her family
for like
since
1,000 years.
Grandpa's grandpa.
Or 1,000 years.
It looks like a fucking plantation.
Yeah.
So it
my
probably
mama
was at some point in time.
Yeah. My mama said, it's time to let them rooms out.
And that's how we got money.
Yep.
Mama was a real smart lady.
She was. I fucking love. Do you want to know?
Don't sleep on Sally Field.
Do you want another fun fact?
Give me a fun fact.
There is no Greenbow, Alabama.
There's no Greenbow, Alabama.
It's fake.
I like how you say it though.
You gotta say it like
when he's like getting strong with homeboy.
You know what I think?
I think you should
go
home to
Greenbow, Alabama. Well, there is no real Greenbow, Alabama, so he can't go home.
Oh, which made me happy because she was so close.
Yeah.
Are you ready to talk about this man?
Who are we talking about?
We're talking about Mr. McKelty Williamson.
A.K.A.
Benjamin Buford Blue. People call me Bubba.
Like one of them white boys. You believe that?
Like one of them rednecks.
Oh, rednecks.
Yes.
I do
So
have
he
one.
plays Bubba, and he did a fucking fantastic job.
Yep.
He is probably my favorite character in this entire movie. I love him. He is so good, and your heart goes out to him, and he's got such a gentle persona about him, you know, and he just like he kind of sees the good in everything.
That's why him and Forrest are such good friends.
They are very good friends, absolutely.
It's because they're kind of the same, as in like very simple and happy.
I like their same encounter as when Forrest meets Jenny when he's a child.
You can sit here if you
Yeah,
want.
it's the same scenario. Whether you're some of those things when you're a kid
you're
still
an adult.
stick with you when you're an adult, and he's walking through the bus and he's trying to find somewhere to sit down, and these punk motherfuckers like seats taken.
I do like.
It's
He was
like-
like, I thought I made a big mistake
Yeah.
at first.
Which I mean, yeah,
I was already
they
getting yelled
totally
at.
took advantage of him. He
Yeah.
graduates from college like, congratulations, son. Have you given any thought to your future?
They do that. No, that's real though. I
Recruiters?
remember.
Oh,
I remember
hell yeah. How do
graduating
you-
from high school and getting phone calls.
Dude,
Then I was like, "You think I'm gonna join this fucking war that I don't believe in? Fuck this noise."
I got constantly hit up by military guys.
No.
Not only that, I had the freaking military haircut already. Back then, like, you had the spiked hair that kind of got pushed down, and then it was all faded up. That was my haircut from, like, 99 through, like, 2005 or so. 2000, maybe even further. I
I
don't
need
know.
pictures
They're out there. I promise
ASAP.
you.
Somebody got a picture of this fool
I
looking like this?
promise you they're out there.
Smasher, you seen this? I want to know what this fool looked like in what year?
Let's say 2004.
I want a 2004 picture of Jason.
Jesus. So, shit, I didn't even have my tooth fixed yet. I smiled like this.
I still want to see the. I want to see the pictures.
Well, by the time I met Ashley, I had grown it out and
Good.
did my
I mean,
comb over.
And I'm glad because you have some of the most perfect fucking hair.
I got that Jimmy Stewart look going down.
He does.
What's happening?
I tried to mess his hair up for a shoot, and it still looked good.
I remember that fucking
still look good.
day. You tried to mess it up. Linda
We
Wong,
wet
our
it.
production
We were
assistant,
like,
she's like, seriously, your hair's still perfect.
Perfect.
You can't fuck it
So
up.
fuck you and your perfect hair, bitch.
At the same time, I can't do the messy rolled out of bed look. It just
Well, now
if I
with
take
my-
this product out, it falls down like a beetle.
with my more natural hair that I've been sporting for the past 2 years,
I love your
I
hair.
can't thank you. I can totally roll out of bed, and I'm like, oh, I forgot to do it. Oh well.
I'm not gonna lie, I miss being able to roll out of bed and just go. That's just kind of fun.
No, you keep your perfect fucking hair and you live with it.
When I wake up in the morning, my shit looks like Ace Ventura.
I have seen your hair in the morning. Yeah.
Specifically, this back part goes straight up.
One time I came out and I was like, "What the fuck's going on with your hair?" It was the morning. I was like, "What's,
It quits ocha straight up
what's
every
going on with your
time.
hair?"
If I let it grow, it's very angry in the morning.
All right, let's get back to Bubba.
Okay, McKelty Williamson. So, are you aware of who they auditioned for this role?
Oh my god, do you want me to pull out the fun fact for you?
Throw out
'Cause I
that
got
fun
it.
fact. Because I saw that show, I was like, oh yeah, they definitely made the right choice first and foremost.
Bubba,
Uh-huh.
the actors that were asked to play this
Considered
role,
for this
considered to play for this role,
Uh-huh.
David Allen Greer, who I could say that I could see.
I could kind of see David Allen Greer
I could see
in this
that.
role.
And I think that would have catapulted his career to him being more of a
Furthermore,
series.
yeah. Because people already knew who David Allen Greer
Yeah,
was.
he was in Living Color at this time, so he was
Hated
being,
it.
Hated it. Oh my god. I always have what I guess I have it. I was like, I always wanted my own movie like critic show. Just like them. Hated it.
Except we don't critique.
We
We
celebrate.
We
We
celebrate.
celebrate.
We love all of these movies.
We do. Okay, so we had David Allen Greer.
Mm-hmm.
We had Ice Cube,
Yes, we did.
which
He turned it down, right?
he turned it down.
Yeah.
And we had Dave Chappelle.
And we had Dave
Who
Chappelle.
also
Dave
turned it
Chappelle
down.
was he turned it down as well?
Also turned it
I'm
down.
kind of glad that they did.
To be honest with you,
I see them in this
I don't
role,
think-
and it's not the
I
same.
don't think Dave Chappelle has had the chops for it then. think he could probably pull it off now.
I agree 100%.
But at that point, he was so like Def Comedy Jam and stuff like that. So people, they didn't. But Cube, he said that he refused the role because he didn't want to play an idiot.
Yeah. He didn't like the character.
Yeah. And Chappelle...
Which I can understand to a degree, but at the same time, you're Ice Cube. People know who you are.
Yeah.
People know that you're a very intelligent person. And this is a character. This is a chance for you to show another side of yourself.
But in 94, he was still a rapper.
Yeah.
Like, there's generations of kids. There's a generation of kids now who
When did
don't
Boys in the
know.
Hood come out?
I'm going to say like 92. But he was still a rapper.
Sure.
I mean, Friday hadn't even came out yet.
That's true.
So he was still a rapper. That's what he was known for. He was known for being hard. Now, like I said, if he was offered the role now, he probably would have tried for it because...
Might have taken it.
He realized that there's more than me and some, like, hood nigga.
I think McKelty Williamson would have beat him out for it on acting ability.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm not saying that he would get it. I would think that he would have...
Yeah, I'm kind of glad that, that Ice Cube turned it down, as well as Dave Chappelle, because I don't think that they would have fit in this role as well. Not to say that Dave Chappelle isn't an amazing actor nowadays. Ice Cube is a good actor. He's very natural, but he always plays himself.
Yes.
I've only seen him play one character, and that was in, like, that lottery pick movie or whatever, when he's playing an old man, and even then, I still see Ice Cube.
Okay, well... Dave Chappelle, he thought that this movie would bomb. Mm-hmm. And then he went on to deeply regret not taking this role.
Really?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Can I give you somebody else who wanted this role, auditioned for this role?
And wanted it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Tupac.
Really?
How would you feel on that one?
Interesting.
Because he would have took it seriously.
He would have taken it very seriously. My man went to art school.
We talked about it with Jada.
Yeah.
So
I think that he could have done a good job.
It would have been a different kind of...
It would have been a different kind of character, but I think that he would have done a good job.
Yeah. Out of all the people who were going out for him, he's probably the one I would be like, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. David Alan Grier could have done a good job.
He could have done it because I think he's a good
Tupac
actor.
could have done a better job. Because I haven't seen too many films where David Alan Grier does drama.
Yeah, that's true.
But at the same time, you never know because comedians are very good at drama. Look at Robin Williams.
I know.
Look at Michael Keegan Key. He started in drama.
That's because
he just found his niche in comedy.
People who don't know acting, it is harder to do comedy.
It is harder to do comedy.
To do drama.
I am afraid to do comedy.
Comedy to me, it just feels so. I mean, if you have good timing and, you can do the yes and roll off of an improv and stuff, I love it. I think that comedy would be more of what movies I would go towards because, they're funny. They're kind of forever. And if you have good timing and a good director that allows you to do the script and then now you guys do one for you and we'll see which one is the best.
Well, my dude, Kelty, states that he kind of had a difficult time after this movie because, as you know, they put prosthetics in his mouth to protrude his gums outwards. And not too many people knew about him before Forrest Gump. Yeah, and he did such a good job in the movie that people thought that was really how he was.
You better tuck that lip in for
get caught on a tripwire. I was born with big gums, so.
I mean, he did have a big banger prior to this movie.
Which one?
Free Willy.
Yes, he did.
He plays the child.
He plays isn't he a detective? Or he works at child services?
Yeah, I think he plays the child services. Like, he's his. What is it called?
It's not a PO. It's
fucking
like
faded right now. Okay.
Are you really?
A little bit.
Damn.
A little bit. I think it's the milk and shit. The Baileys.
So he did do Free Willy before this. He did Con Air a few years after this, but it took a few years for the casting directors and directors to realize that he wasn't really like Bubba.
He did Waiting to Exhale right after this.
He did. And
he was more of like a sex syndrome.
Raggedy bitch.
Yeah.
You better be more careful who you pick up in liquor stores next time.
He was in Heat in 95.
Yes, he was.
He was in Free Willy 2.
Very, very small part.
Yeah.
Very small part.
But yeah,
I liked him in Waiting to Exhale.
And like
he
you
gets
said,
to
Con
play
Air.
different characters.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
was
my
in
heart
the
went out to
Buffalo-
him in Con Air.
Yeah. He was in Buffalo Soldiers TV movie.
Uh-huh.
You remember that one with Danny Glover?
No.
Pretty good.
I don't know.
He was in Three Kings. We just talked about that one.
What? He must have played a soldier or something like that. Because the main three is Clooney, Cube, and Wahlberg. But more recently, he did Fences and The Purge. Those are the ones he's done in recent
Fences
memory.
was probably... It's up there with him being Bubba because he was...
Did he do that good of a job?
Did you not see it?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, he plays like...
I know that Denzel and Viola did it on Broadway.
Yeah,
like
I wish
200 fucking times before they did the movie.
Well, they killed it, but he plays Denzel's brother.
Okay.
The one who do you know the story?
I'm familiar with the story.
He's the brother who has the trumpet. He's the mentally disabled brother who kind of walks around the town.
Dude.
Yeah,
I would
he
love
does
to
such,
play
and then,
those characters with an impediment of some sort, like Bubba.
And his character makes you like tear up. You're like,
okay.
Oh my god. Do you know what else that he played in a movie with my boo boo?
What's that?
He played Don King and Ali.
Did he?
When they do the Rumble in the Jungle. Yep.
That's right.
When they do the Rumble in the Jungle. And he's like...
Yeah, he talks to Will Smith. My black brother, I need you. I need your strength.
And he's like, get out of here, Don King.
Yeah, motherfucker. Shiesty motherfucker.
I mean, when I saw that movie, I'm like, dang, how you gonna do Don King like that? It wasn't until this fool is sitting here wearing a Make America Great hat again and promoting fucking Trump and shit that I was like,
really?
Yeah, I was like, Don King, you dumbass motherfucker, you go with anything with money.
I mean, Don King is
he's a money
shiesty motherfucker.
I always knew I thought he was just like a shiesty businessman, but I didn't think he was like a dumbass.
No. Yeah. He is all about that money. That's all he cares about.
He's on that Trump dick.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
I mean, he's on the money train.
With him.
That's all it's ever about is money.
Yes.
I can't believe you didn't know that about Don King.
No, I knew he was shifty.
Since the Tyson years.
I knew that. But it's like one thing to be like a shifty, like manager, businessman. It's another thing to blatantly be a dumbass who votes and represents for Voldemort.
I forgot that's what you called him.
He was in Black Dynamite, which you haven't seen.
I have not.
But
I know we got to do it.
I just saw Black Dynamite, like the Adult Swim cartoon of it, that I think you would fucking love. And that's where I heard another crackhead was like, Black Dynamite, let me get $2. And he just kept trying to get $2.
No shit. $2. $2 everywhere. Yeah. I almost want to go back to Jungle Fever and see if Halle Berry says $2 or $3.
We gotta find out.
I think she says $3, but that's a different situation. She's giving up that ass for $3. Yeah.
He was in a
cost extra
in a season of 24, which I don't think you watched 24.
Right? I didn't watch it, but I am aware of it.
Yeah. Well, he was in
Kiefer Sutherland.
Yeah, he did like 17 episodes.
Dang.
So yeah, he was in a season.
He's got that look. He's got that detective look. Tell me you played a detective.
If I was not mistaken, he is like the head. He ends up being like the head of CTU.
Okay.
He was like, he came in new and was like, who is this Jack Bauer? You know, he doesn't run the show. And then eventually you're like, Jack Bauer, whatever you need, I'm fucking going to give you to save the world. Yeah, so...
That's how good storytelling goes.
He did a couple of episodes of Nashville. That I didn't even know they had black people in Nashville. What's up, Robin?
She's getting antsy. I'm going to wrap this shit up.
Okay, but yeah, if you haven't seen him on Fences... Please watch that one, dude. The whole cast is fucking amazing.
I get to watch like 2 movies a week besides whatever movie we're doing on the podcast.
Okay, so if we're doing Tony month, is it only musicals?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Or it can't be a play? Because Fences
is a play.
Fences is a play. Yeah, that's what
absolutely.
I'm saying.
You can get nominated for a Tony for a play.
It doesn't have to be Dream Girl. I do think that we should just have a musical month because we haven't done any We've only done one musical.
Which movie? Musical?
Mary Poppins.
We did do Mary Poppins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, other than that...
Yeah, it could be a play, though, because you can get nominated for a Tony as well.
Fences.
I got you.
Like, I was a teacher when I was in high school. My theater teacher was like, read this. I do appreciate her. At the time, I thought she was just kind of being racist, but she was just like, if you're going to be in theater, you should know where you come from, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So she was like,
Fences. You can't know where you're going to, you know where you're in type of situation.
Like, she made me read Fences, like, just me, not like the class. Like, made me read Fences, made me read...
So she wants you to understand your casting.
Mm-hmm. What is it? 4 Color Girls who... I cannot
Tyler
remember.
Perry's movie that he adapted?
Yeah. Wait.
Gotcha.
4 Color Girls When the Rainbow Isn't Enough. I believe it's a long-ass title. Something like that.
Interesting.
But yeah, she made me read a bunch of those things. Which at first I was like, you just racist bitch, you made me. But now looking back on it, I'm like, thank you, because I wouldn't have read it otherwise. You know, I would have to like seek it out.
Okay. Gary Sinise is who we're gonna talk about next, aka
Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant Dan. That's so funny. You hadn't heard me say that last week.
Oh, I know. I listened to that episode and I died.
Broke character.
I was like, stop. Stop.
What you gonna do this week? We haven't rehearsed our scene.
We haven't, but it's a whole different.
I'm gonna give you a hint for this week. You got to stay on top of me because you're the one driving the scene this week.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, it's because Forrest Gump has such a signature voice that's also funny.
And I can't do it. I'm gonna be honest. I can't do his voice. I do the best I can. It's not great.
My dad does it, and he shouldn't all the time. And I'm like, okay. I was afraid to tell him.
Mrs. Bracy, don't let her tell you that. You do you.
You tell him this, and he's like sitting out in the backyard listening, like, you're right, Jason. I'm not gonna listen to her. Coons. Like, I can't say coons, raccoons, anything of that, because he'd be like, coons? My mom used to chase him off the back porch with a broom. Like, anything that...
There's certain words that'll trigger an old movie quote in your brain.
Oh, he wrote... My dad is very awesome. He wrote a scene for church.
Who did?
My dad.
Really?
But it was like Forrest Gump.
Okay.
And so it was like Forrest Gump sitting on a bench, like spreading the word to people who would also sit on the bench.
Okay.
And so like he played Forrest Gump and he did his little Forrest Gump voice.
I like that.
About like, you know, the rules. And
so what you're saying is your dad likes the movie.
He loves this fucking movie. And maybe that's why I love it so much, because I do remember being as a kid, him going, how does Lieutenant Dan have no legs? And then I remember being in college and him being like, how does Lieutenant Dan don't have any legs? And I was
you never looked it up?
No, well, I gave him the best explanation that it was pretty much true. I was like, he has green screen socks on.
Ultra key.
Yeah, they just, you know.
Ultra key, color key, chroma key.
Yeah.
That's basically the application that they use to blend out the green screen and blend in the background. So basically what they do is it's kind of like what they used to do, because what they used to do is they used to take film and they would sandwich them on top of each other.
Is that how they do it when they have like cartoon and then like in Mary Poppins?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the same way, like, you remember in Iron Man when in the very first Iron Man, he's got all these sketches of how he's going to escape the cave, and he's like flattening them out and you can see what the whole thing looks like.
Yeah.
That's basically what they do when they do film, or when it was actual film. It was 70 millimeter, 35 millimeter film. Nowadays, they do it in Adobe Premiere Pro, where you have layers. So you put your main photo, the one that you want to see, on top, and then you put your background photo on the bottom. So they would have Lieutenant Dan on the layer on top, and then they would have, so that's the green screen photo or the video, and then down below would be the video of the background.
Okay.
And so what they would do is from there, they would add a application called either Ultra Key or Chroma Key or
where they take out
Color
all the green.
Key, where they take out the color green and
or
the
blue
background
or whatever
phases in, and you feather it in and out to suit what you want to do. I just did that shit with the project that we're working on.
Can we do a project where I have no legs or like no arm or something?
I have no legs.
I would love to be like.
What movie is that from?
I have no legs.
I have no legs. I can't feel my legs. I have no legs.
I don't know. What?
Can't hardly wait.
Oh.
Anyway. Gary Sinise plays Lieutenant Dan. He has such a great role in this movie. He has the biggest character arc. He is the most military-minded, obviously, but he has a goal, and it's like his life has gone wrong. He always expected to die in battle.
But that's because Gump fucked him over. I mean,
he fucked him over. He saved his life.
He did save his life, but he was ready to die there.
He was ready.
He entered the army knowing, like, yeah, this war, I'm about to fucking
He
do
felt
it.
like he had a purpose.
He had a purpose.
And his purpose was to die in the field.
But living and being a fucking billionaire sounds way better.
Yes. Not only that, he didn't carry on his lineage before he went to the military.
That's true.
He didn't have a child before. The whole
everybody else
Taylor
had a baby.
Family had a baby before they went off to war.
That's true.
Therefore, his
That's
lineage
true.
would have ended right then and there. Not only that, there's more to live for than just war.
Yeah. I agree.
You know, even though they didn't...
And then he got to walk again.
He got to walk again.
He got married.
And Lieutenant Dan, Forrest Gump absolutely empathizes with him. Even when they're in the hospital, he's like, do you know what it's like not to be able to use your legs? And Forrest Gump absolutely knows.
Like, yeah.
Yes,
had to wear
I
fucking
do.
braces for like ever.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. And to be made fun of and to feel less than, and feel like you're just awful. Yeah, he's like, yeah, I do. I mean, I don't know to the point where I'll never get my legs back, but I do know what it's like.
This story arc absolutely tests the character of Lieutenant Dan Taylor, and eventually he rises to the occasion. He rises to the cast. He goes off and, you know, goes through his depression, goes through his anger. He fucking
watch him do it. You watch him go through.
He takes on God himself. Yeah. I love that shit. It's time for a showdown. You and me. I'm right here. And he flips off God. He's like, ah.
And Forrest is like, I was I was scared.
And Lieutenant Dan, he was mad.
He was mad. Because, you know, he has a problem with having to deal with not.
He's always ready to die.
Yeah.
He's not scared of death in the least bit.
Yeah. And I mean, he is a great character.
He's a
He
wonderful,
is done
wonderful
by
character.
a great actor.
Mm-hmm. Gary Sinise is amazing. What's the first thing you saw him in?
This probably.
Really?
Then by high school, I had seen Of Mice and Men.
Mm-hmm. I love that movie.
So, I mean, by the time... I mean, that's another
play. I chose his character in acting class before.
Of Mice and Men?
Of Mice and Men. He's got to do what he has to do at the end of Mice and Men and say bye to Lenny.
Oh, that's right. He's in The Stand.
The Stand?
It's a... You probably won't care, but it's a... I'm sorry. It's a Stephen King book.
A bit presumptuous.
It's a Stephen King book, which I have read. But it was a TV miniseries. It had so many people in it.
I love TV miniseries.
Yeah, and it was like a 4-part TV miniseries.
Gotcha.
And it was.
Did you see the one about Peter Pan?
Mm-mm.
Bob Hoskins comes back.
Oh shit!
Yeah, there's a TV miniseries, and the kid, who is now on what is that doctor show? I think it's called Doctors or something like that. Either way, it was a good show. It was a good miniseries.
Well, he's also done 3 movies with Tom Hanks. Mm-hmm. This one.
Yes.
Apollo 13.
Yes, which I absolutely love.
Which we will totally do in 1995.
When we do Apollo 13, guess who's going to be our guest? Smashley!
Oh, that would be so good. She could tell us how they did all the space shit.
Uh-huh. I just volunteered her right now.
Yep. And The Green Mile.
The Green
Mile. So they have worked together. But he also was in Ransom.
With Mel Gibson?
Yes. Oh my God. I mean, I kind of don't want to ruin it, but yeah. He's the bad guy.
Yeah, I remember that.
He does.
I've seen that one like once. Mel Gibson's like My Money or something else.
It's one of my favorites of Mel Gibson, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll have to. Oh, and it had what's his face from Crooklyn in it. The dad from Crooklyn.
Oh, okay.
He plays like the lead
dude.
He plays the lead detective of trying to get.
He always plays a cop. He plays a good cop.
He does play. He was a great cop, and he was just like, I just want to get your fucking kid back, man. Like that's all I want. Yeah, so he's in that. But, yeah, he does so many good things, but he's done a lot of the CIS.
He does have
New York. Is that it?
A lot of CIS credits.
Or whatever. It's New York, I think. Yeah, New York.
As much as I love Bubba and McKelty Williamson's character, I love Gary Sinise's character almost just as much, but for completely different reasons.
Well, yeah, because he is the opposite of Forrest, except for he's not racist, but he's
not racist. He's got so much.
He's a realist
and so much hate, and it takes so much for him to turn around and, like Forrest says, he finally makes his peace with God. Yeah, and eventually he is happy again.
I mean, he didn't even say thank you.
His fiance Susan.
Yeah,
he says thank you,
but he doesn't say thank you.
But he, at the same time, he can't bring himself to say the words.
Yeah,
he's that type of character.
Well, he was also in Winter Soldier.
He was in Winter Soldier.
Captain America. Mm-hmm.
What did he play in that one?
He did the voice of somebody. I don't know. But he was in that.
But let's move on to.
Wait, I have a fun fact about him before we move on.
All right.
When Lieutenant Diane is being pushed across the street by Forrest when they're in New York, the song "Everybody's Talking." Everybody's talking about me.
I love that song.
I don't got a word to say by Harry Nelson. And Lieutenant Dan, he yells to the cab, I'm walking here, right? Do you know what that's from?
Midnight Cowboy.
Oh my God,
of course I know. You're kidding me? That improv line of that cab that
really almost hit fucking Dustin Hoffman?
Yeah, and that's the only thing that he could say as still in character. Dustin Hoffman wanted to say, we're filming here, but he was stayed in character and it's like, hey, I'm walking here.
And it stayed in the
That's
movie.
All right, don't worry about it. You know, that ain't a bad way to pick up insurance.
I was made to watch that in school in college, and I was like, "Oh my God, this is such a good movie." So, if anyone doesn't know, the Midnight Cowboy from 1969. It's a great movie that pretty much put Dustin Hoffman and Jon Voight on the map as being like real hardcore actors. Like,
absolutely,
like they're not just some pretty faces. They're like, "Oh my God, you guys do some real shit." And I believe that it was
true.
I believe it wasn't it nominated.
I'm sure.
I'm pretty sure it was nominated.
Don't get me wrong.
But that's what
Dustin
I was saying.
Hoffman did The Graduate before this, which was an amazing movie. And that was his very first movie, but it's not the same.
It's not the same.
It's not as much character chops.
Yeah, Midnight Cowboy is gritty as fuck.
It was a character movie for sure. And these are the movies that allowed him to do other movies like Tootsie, like
I like Tootsie.
Oh, what is the name of that movie? Something versus something.
Kramer versus Kramer.
Kramer versus Kramer.
Which is also good with
You know her name.
I do.
You know her name.
She is the most nominated bitch in the whole fucking world.
Come on. Throw it out there. It's so hard to think when you're drunk.
It is. Wait, stop talking to me.
My lips are sealed.
That's fucked up. Say it.
I'm not gonna say it.
Say it.
I'm not gonna say it. Go ahead, babe. What's her name?
What? See, she's not even listening.
She's not even listening.
Fuck that shit. Say it.
I don't know it. I can't think of it right now either.
Kramer versus Kramer. She don't know.
Oh my God. She is one of the most celebrated actresses of all time, but when you're drunk, you can't think of people's names.
Yeah, so please don't think that we don't know who the fuck people are because...
What'd you say, babe?
Meryl Streep.
Yes, Meryl Streep.
I'm editing. Please have a blackout.
Don't edit it.
No, I'm editing all this fucking shit out.
We're drunk and we can't think of people's names.
Not people. Fucking Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep is amazing, but you can't think of her name.
She's not a person. She's fucking Meryl Streep.
Look at this. It's
God damn it.
It's empty. The only thing in here is chocolate.
I know.
You
want
can't
another
expect us to think straight when we're drunk.
All right, well.
Watch this. Okay, tell me the name of the lead character in Bad Boys 3.
Well, Smith.
That was too easy.
Martin Lawrence.
Okay, tell me the lead character in Avengers Endgame.
Endgame?
Yes. See how long it's
Robert
taking?
Downey Jr.?
There you go. Only because we were talking about it.
Koye?
Koye.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah, so that's a little fun fact about Dan. Do you want to hear another fun fact?
Give me a fun fact.
The helmet that they pick up on Jenny 1, the boat. You know,
Jenny! Yes,
they
we
do
got
it, and it's all
12 Jennies.
Yeah, where it's just like a toilet seat in a helmet.
Mm-hmm.
That helmet is Forrest Gump's helmet from Vietnam that he lost.
Wait, what?
That's what it's supposed to be.
No shit.
That's what IMDb said.
That's really cool.
Yep.
I like that a lot.
Let's see. What's another fun fact? Every picture taken of Forrest has him with his eyes closed. He's like, I love that. I think it's the cutest.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about Sally Field because we're not going to make it to Bubblegum Shrimp if we don't hurry.
Oh shit. Okay. Sally Field.
Sally
love
Field
that bitch.
plays Mrs. Gump. And she is.
Is there a Mr. Gump?
Is there a Mr. Gump? Mrs. Gump. And she knows what he wants.
I know. I was also going to talk about that. Wants. He's on vacation.
He's on vacation.
The things women have to do to get by. To bring your kids up, to let them go to regular motherfucking school.
Hey, and we talked about this earlier. Sally Field put it on his ass.
She did. Had him going full retarded, you guys. Your mama sure cares about your schooling, boy. I know he's all bad.
You don't say much, do you? And he walks away. He's like, this fucking kid was hearing the whole thing. Yeah, of course he was. You're making all that noise.
Be quiet, man.
You're out in the field. All he hears other than you is crickets.
So this wonderful woman started in 1970 as the Flying Nun.
Before that,
what was she before that?
Gidget.
Oh, she was Gidget before that.
Gidget for
in 1965.
Dude.
Mm-hmm.
This woman basically raised my mother to a certain degree because my mom absolutely loved Gidget. The same way that you and I learned our life lessons from Boy Meets World and Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and Saved by the Bell and Family Matters. My mom learned her life lessons from Gidget.
Yeah.
Absolutely. She loves Sally Field and I love Sally Field.
My dad, sorry daddy, I'm going to put you on B. He can't stand her.
What?
But that's only because she is so amazing in Mrs. Doubtfire that it pisses him off to his core.
I 100% understand that.
He can't look past that.
I understand
that. I'm like,
Dad,
it's fucking Sally Field. You're going to stop her on one fucking movie?
I mean, it
is a big movie. And she did a great job.
When actors do such a great job that you hate them in the movie,
she killed it.
You feel like Jada Pinkett in A Low Down Dirty Shame when she knocks out Homeboy. He's like, you motherfucker. Yep. Because she is so into her soaps that she believes that this actor is really that character.
Right. She's like, and that's what you get.
Knocks his ass out because you're cheating on my favorite character in the movie.
He's like, bitch, I was written in. I ain't even sleeping with her. Yeah.
I've felt that way about certain characters, but I understand that it's acting.
I feel like after she did these shows that we were talking about, she really got like noticed for her chops in Sybil. Did you ever see that?
Yeah.
It's a TV miniseries where she plays a real life person named Sybil who has multiple personalities.
Yes, she does.
And I think that kind of like catapulted her into being like, oh, this bitch has really, she could be better than like a cutie Pat. But she still did like, fun movies like Smokey and the Bandit in 1977.
Yes, she did.
And, we just got to know her. But if you're a millennial like us, Mrs. Doubtfire is what the fuck we fucking know her from.
Mrs. Doubtfire is what you know her from. If anybody watched Lincoln or The
Steel
Amazing
Magnolias?
Spider-Man.
What about Steel Magnolias?
I mean, yes, of course, Steel Magnolias, but like millennials might not see that
that's
one.
True.
The most notably thing that people would notice her from would be Lincoln or The Amazing Spider-Man. I like when they
And
actually
Mrs.
did
Doubtfire.
the Oscars that year, and her and I think it was James Corden, or it might have been Jimmy Fallon that hosted that year. But they even talk about it before the Oscars are announced. She's like, "Fuck, Jennifer Lawrence is gonna win."
Have you ever
They
seen?
do a little sketch all because of it.
Have you ever seen Soap Dish?
No.
Oh my god!
I don't know what that
I
is.
believe it's on Netflix. I feel like you need to watch it because Sally Field plays like the Susan Lucci of this big soap,
Okay.
and she had a true love or like a famous true love, Kevin Kline, but she's on the show. And there's like Terry Hatcher who plays like the new cute girl that's on this. It's from the 80s. Robert Downey Jr. plays like the screenwriter or something like that.
Okay.
Whoopi Goldberg plays like the director, producer of like the fucking shit. And it's one of those really movies that has so many big names that you're like, oh, okay, this is back in the 80s. And they work on this soap opera show, and she brings back her real love, Kevin Kline, and then they find out that her niece, who comes to be on the show she doesn't try to be on the show like, oh, this is my auntie. She comes to just be as an extra, and she ends up being like this like gimp, like girl who doesn't talk or whatever. And then they realize, oh my god, that's my motherfucking niece. What are you doing on the show? It's just, I don't want to ruin the movie, but it's a nice 80s movie that has huge stars of today when they were super young back then.
I got you. There's a number of movies like
Yeah,
that.
I believe it's on
I feel like
Netflix.
in every generation there's a movie like that where you see these actors before they become
Yeah.
great,
Yeah.
amazing actors.
And then, a little couple years down the line, she does Mrs. Doubtfire, and then she does Forrest Gump. What's another millennial shit that she would probably...
There's not too many.
Oh! Where the Heart Is. You remember that?
I do know that movie.
She plays Natalie Portman's mom. She was like a shitty ass mom. Where she had the Walmart baby, right? Is that the Walmart baby one? Yeah. She was in Legally Blonde too. She's all over the motherfucking rap. If you don't know who this bitch is, like you said, the Amazing Spider-Man and Lincoln, she's just awesome.
Sally Field, we love you.
I love you. There's a movie called Hello, My Name is Doris that came out in 2015. I haven't seen it, but the trailer looks so fucking cute on her. She's just so cute. Okay, but yeah, I love Sally Field.
It's time to talk about our main characters.
Let me give you some fun facts before we get on to them.
All right, throw it out there.
Let's see.
Pause.
Okay,
We gotta hurry.
I know. Okay, so when Lieutenant Dan meets Forrest and Bubba for the first time, he says, "Oh, you're the FMGs," meaning fucking new guys. That's what it.
Really?
That's what it means. Yep.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's funny.
Here's another fun fact. In 1982, there was a real-life 16-year-old kid in 1982 named Louis Figures, and he ran from New Jersey to San Francisco, and this inspired the part of Forrest Gump running from coast to coast. And the guy...
That's close to 3,000 miles.
Yeah, and the guy says he inspired the line, "I just put one foot in front of the other, and it goes, and when I get tired, I sleep, and when I get hungry, I eat, and when I have to go to the bathroom, I go." And that is the line that inspired Forrest Gump's line.
That's awesome.
Listen, you want any more fun facts, or you want to get in?
I mean, do you have any fun facts about Miss Robin Wright?
Yeah, I sure do. Okay, so it took 24 hours to shoot the nude club scene where she's singing the Bob Dylan song.
Why?
I have no clue. It just said it took 24...
That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It would take 24 hours to shoot one scene.
24 hours. Maybe because of getting the plays, her being nude, getting right angles and lights. I don't know. It took 24 hours to shoot that club scene.
I don't know why. There's got to be something about it because that scene should not take that long. It should take, at the most, 7-8 hours.
I was going to say 8 hours. Okay, well,
You
Robin...
can knock that out because it's all night anyway.
Yeah.
You
Robin
shoot that
Wright...
from 9 p.m. or 8 p.m. to 4 a.m.
No,
you
Robin
got-
Wright was sick with a cold during the scene, so that might also
poor
added
thing.
some time on this.
Okay.
But she still got her ass together to perform the scene half naked because she was
Mm-hmm.
like, "I'm not about to miss that chick," and she got it together. So
Good for her.
if you watch that scene, she is very ill while she's doing it.
Coughing off stage.
I doubt that was her singing at that time,
I
but
don't
yeah.
know, maybe.
Maybe.
She hasn't done any
Any
musicals that I can tell.
Man.
So Robin Wright plays Jenny, as if you haven't noticed. First thing that I saw her in was A Princess Bride.
I was gonna say, man, Princess Bride, as
Princess
you wish.
Bride.
And you know what?
Oh, I love that movie.
I didn't realize that they were the same person
No?
for a long ass motherfucking time. Long ass time.
Okay.
But yes, she's in one of my favorite movies, Princess Bride, which I've seen in the park before, which I like.
You watched it in like outdoor movie screening
Yeah,
style? That's
it was so
nice.
fun.
That's one of those movies that you do want to see.
Yeah.
Like that. So Robert Zemeckis used her again in Beowulf.
He sure did for her voice. She plays the
Apparent-
queen, right?
She does play the queen, yes. I don't know what's going on with Wonder Woman, but she has a
that's right. She
pivotal
was
role in there.
Well, yeah, she plays like the leader or her mom. Is it her mom? She plays her
Is
mom.
that who it is?
She plays her mom, or she
Okay.
plays the leader of the
Or her aunt or something like that?
of the.
Yes. So she plays Antiope.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't sure what the character was, but yes.
And
in
she a
Wonder Woman,
badass
she's in
bitch in that.
and she is going to be in Wonder Woman 1984 also. So I'm very excited to see what she does with
Because she
that.
still looks good.
She
was
still looks
in
great.
1992 Toys with Robin Williams. You remember that
Yeah.
weird ass movie? That happened prior to Forrest Gump. I don't know. Oh, White Oleander, 2002.
I remember that.
It was a good one.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, she is quietly always in something.
Yeah.
I'm losing my damn voice.
Me, I feel like I am too. She was in New York, I Love You, which I didn't
What
see.
role did she play in that? I've
I don't
seen
know.
that one.
I don't know. There's a lot of people in that movie. I can't tell you. I never
That's
saw
true.
it.
There was a lot. Anna,
I don't-
That's Robin Wright Penn segment. Avan Alta.
She
I
was
don't
also
know which part that is because there's so many little vignettes. It's a culmination of vignettes in that movie. I'm
you know
not
I don't
sure which
feel
one
you
she
know how I
did.
feel about rom coms, so I didn't watch that one.
It's not really a rom com.
She did a voice in The Christmas Carol. Also Robert Zemeckis.
Also Robert Zemeckis.
She's done a lot of things. She was in Moneyball with Brad Pitt.
Yup.
She obviously was in the Justice League. Oh,
Because of her
Wonder
role
Woman.
as Antiope.
and if you don't know who this bitch is today and you haven't seen any of those, you probably saw House of Cards.
Yes.
And she plays the badass bitch in that, who ends up, I didn't finish it because obviously I'm not a big political TV show person, but I did watch enough of it because it is pretty good.
Yeah.
But she ends up being like the president, badass bitch at the end once they kick off, you know who. She's
He who shall not be named.
I don't have any. Kevin Spacey, he's not the president, so I don't have to Voldemort him. But yeah, we will do a movie of his because he has so many good movies.
Yes, he does. Well, Robin Wright, we love you.
Yes.
You did an incredible job as Jenny.
Yes.
And keep doing you. I can't wait to see Wonder Woman 1984. It's going to be such a great movie.
Do you want to know who auditioned for her role?
Yes.
Jodie Foster, Nicole Kidman,
Okay.
and Demi Moore. And they all turned it down.
Really?
Yep.
Why?
Who would you want out of those?
Robin Wright.
No, out of the three that I just named.
Out of the three that you
Probably
just
Jodie
named,
Foster.
yes and no. I don't know why, but I'm leaning towards Nicole Kidman, mostly because I don't think that Jodie Foster's voice suits the part.
I understand that, but Nicole Kidman's voice is always like this.
That's true.
And I just can't deal with it. And Demi Moore, baby Demi Moore, she could be a free spirit hippie. I could see that.
Yeah, I could see Demi Moore. And Demi
see
Moore's
that.
got that soft, raspy voice, which is very soothing and very endearing. But Robin Wright, I think, was great for the role. I think they were going after a named talent, same as they were with Ice Cube, to generate more interest in the movie. I mean, you already have Tom Hanks. People are going to watch this movie.
Yeah.
But I think that like with the role of Bubba, I'm glad that they turned it down. I think that Robin Wright is a better suit for the role.
I'll give you that.
And I love when no-name actors absolutely crush a role, and she really, really did.
Yeah.
You ever been with a girl, Forrest?
Yeah.
I sit next to them in my home economics class all the time.
She's like, bam, titty. I got a fun fact.
About what?
About Forrest.
About Forrest?
Yeah.
It is time.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna give you 2 facts.
Okay.
Forrest has autism.
Okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
So next time, people, you look out, you watch this movie, remember he has autism.
That's why.
And see if that helps.
He is the way he is. So he has autism.
Yes.
Okay.
I absolutely love the John Lennon scene where he's literally doing line by line. Imagine.
No possessions.
They don't even go to
religion
church.
too. It's hard to imagine. Well, it's easy if you
try.
try.
If you try. This movie was the first movie to win Best Picture and Best Visual Effects for the Oscars.
Okay.
To win both of those big ass shit.
Which makes me feel like in 1993, Jurassic Park did not win Best Picture.
No.
But it did win Best Visual
I mean,
Effects.
it shouldn't have won Best Picture, but...
I want to say that was the year that Schindler's List came out, and that's why.
You might be. And Schindler's List was a good movie. They made me watch it in school, I remember.
Don't quote me on that, though. I'm just speaking off of drunken memory.
So, we were talking about how... what's his name? Wilson? The author?
Oh, I thought you were talking about Castaway.
Wilson! Is that his name? Now I gotta look it up. Cause now you gotta...
I love Wilson.
What was his name?
He's so wise.
Winston.
Winston.
I was wrong.
Okay,
so Winston, he claimed that he didn't get paid what he was supposed to get paid for this movie. So, also, it is said that the earnings of this movie, Paramount claimed that they were still $62 million out of profit due to the fact that they have to do promotion and distributing. So it didn't make as much money as $1 billion, as we said. And it probably did eventually find all that and get that done because...
I mean, you can't
people buy it on
expect
DVD
to break
and
even right away on your opening weekend.
This is also information from, I believe, 95, 96. So I'm sure they have now are on the profit level.
Of course they're on the profit
especially
level.
With
they were on the profit level long before. And I will say this, even though the budget says that it's $55 million, chances are it wasn't actually. Studios inflate what the actual budget is to generate an audience.
That's true.
So I don't know. I kind of want to call BS, but at the same time, I don't know.
Can I give you another fun fact? This will help us get into Mr. Tom Hanks. Is that who's next?
Yes, it's the only one left.
So Tom Hanks, he did this movie for free.
Nice. All the more reason to say that they don't lie to me. They did make a profit.
He insisted on getting points on the dollar.
There you go.
And he ultimately ended up making $40 million off this movie. In today's money, that's like $68 million off of this movie.
Boom.
He was like, you know what? You ain't got to pay me shit. Just give me money for what this... He knew this was about to blow up. And this movie
wasn't going to get made until he signed on.
I believe another company, like studio, owned the rights to this movie and then sold it. And then Paramount bought it.
Yeah. But they only bought it because Tom Hanks was attached.
Yeah. Well, okay. So after 1.5 hours of reading the script, it only took him 1 hour and 30 minutes
Sure.
to read the script, and Tom Hanks was like, I'm in.
Fuck yeah.
I'm so into this shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
But he made...
I mean, if Robert Zemeckis is directing, shit.
Yeah, but he said, I will only do this if you make this film historically accurate. So he's like, look, if you're really going to do this, don't be making up shit. I want shit that really happened. Mm-hmm. And so, like, that's another thing.
For sure.
Tom Hanks, which we will definitely dive into his real life.
And he's a big advocate on history. Like, you notice that he does the voices for all those Netflix documentary specials of the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s.
Yeah, him and fucking Morgan Freeman, they be getting that, like, documentary voiceover work.
He's America's dad.
And Morgan Freeman's their grandpa.
Yes, absolutely.
So, where was I? There's another cool fun fact about this movie. The line, my name is Forrest Gump. Mm-hmm. You can call me Forrest Gump. Mm-hmm. That was ad-libbed by Hanks. Mm-hmm. And Robert Zemeckis was like, bitch, I love that shit. Keep it. And so he kept it. Mm-hmm. Tom's youngest brother, Jim Hanks, doubled as his body double when they were doing running scenes.
Yes, he did.
So he was like, hey, let me...
Yeah, because there was so much running in there, and Tom Hanks isn't accustomed to all that running.
I don't see him as an athlete. Like, not that Tom Hanks can't be an athlete.
No.
I just don't...
I mean, most of his movies, he started in comedy.
Yeah.
Did you ever see Bachelor Party?
Yes.
Oh my god, I love that movie.
I mean, when are we going to do motherfucking Big? That's what I'm talking about.
So many...
Splash.
Splash was a great one. What the hell is that? The Money Pit.
Oh, I know we talked about the Money Pit on here because I fucking love that movie.
What is your favorite Tom Hanks movie?
Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump?
Yeah.
Okay.
Forrest Gump, Lady Killers. I love that fucking one. I love Money Pit. I love The Burbs. The Burbs is probably one of my favorites.
Great movie.
Big
is a great movie.
Yeah, he's just done so many like good ass shit that I can't even. Castaway, obviously.
Castaway is amazing.
Fucking be killing it on that shit.
Mm-hmm. I think this may be one of his best performances.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
At the same time, some people like it, some people don't, but I love the Da Vinci Code movies. I think that watching Tom Hanks think and solve problems is so immersive.
I feel like I should probably watch that again.
Yeah.
It came out when I was younger, and I was like, what the fuck is this? And I didn't give it a chance. Mm-hmm. But I feel like if I probably gave it a chance now, I
think you'd like it. I think you would like it.
Because I like mysteries and shit like that.
Yes. And just watching him, like even in this movie, when you see him, when Jenny finally tells Forrest, like, you're his daddy, Forrest, immediately, he doesn't say a fucking word. Too? He doesn't say a single word, but you can see everything that's going on in his mind.
Like, oh shit, we did have sex.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I guess when
and he's freaked out. Like, he's terrified.
Is he like me?
I hope he's not like me.
Is he like me? I know. That's like one of the saddest cries.
Yeah, and he thinks immediately, oh shit, I fucked up. I did something wrong. But he didn't. She has to reassure him. It's like, you didn't do anything wrong.
If anyone did shit wrong, it was her for coming in there and putting her titties in his face.
What about Woody, voice of Toy Story?
Okay.
Tell me you didn't cry in part 3.
Dude, are you ready for part 4?
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
I love Toy Story.
It's coming out this year.
It's coming out this summer. Mm-hmm. It probably is one of my favorite Disney movies. Definitely my favorite Pixar movie. But
really?
I love it. It's between that and Monsters Inc. on the Pixar. I fucking love Pixar though.
Okay.
But I do have some fun facts on him.
What's that?
Okay, so in this movie,
pause for
in this movie, with every transition that Forrest makes, there's one thing that always stays the same. Do you know what it is?
No. His haircut?
He's always wearing a blue plaid shirt.
Really? I did not notice that. I like that, though.
I also have something that I know you've never thought about. you probably thought about, but you never knew the answer, and now I got the motherfucking answer for you.
Hit me with it.
So, oh shit, where was I?
I don't
Okay,
know.
so, do you know what Forrest says when he's at the veteran rally in Washington?
Oh, yes. I did read about that, though.
Okay.
But throw it out there for the people.
Well, according to Tom Hanks, he says sometimes when people go to Vietnam, they go home and they go home to their mamas without any legs. And sometimes they do go home. Oh, they don't go home at all.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a bad thing. And that's all I have to say.
Bad thing.
That's all I have to say about that.
Mm-hmm.
And so that is what he's really saying when the mic goes out.
When the mic goes out.
And they're trying to get all that shit together. That's one of the things that he's really saying.
Yes.
Which I thought was super cool because I always wondered, like, what the fuck is he saying? Because the guy's like,
he's saying,
because the guy's like,
he's
that's
speaking
beautiful.
truth.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
absolutely speaking truth. One last movie that I will mention that I absolutely love of his is Saving Mr. Banks.
Saving Mr. Banks? I thought you were going to say Saving Private Ryan.
Well, Saving Private Ryan, of course.
Yeah.
You know, Spielberg is amazing. But I love Saving Mr. Banks because I think he does a great job as Walt Disney.
He does. And I wish they would do a movie just on Walt Disney with him in it.
That would be nice.
I have been to the Walt
Instead
Disney.
of, yeah.
Yeah, I have been to the Walt Disney Family Museum in San Francisco. And it starts from him being young all the way to his death. And it actually has his Academy Award for Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. And it has the 7 small little Academy Awards for each dwarf. And it's there. And it was really cool to see, you know, where Disney started from.
Yeah.
Do you know who passed on this big ass role of being Forrest?
Who?
Bill Murray,
Bill Murray selective.
John Travolta, and Chevy Chase. Ooh, we got smashed to a giggle.
Babe.
And they all say that it was a mistake for them to pass it up.
I think
But
Bill Murray would have done a good job.
out of all of them, Bill Murray's
I
who I would have
can't
picked.
see John Travolta or Chevy Chase in this role.
Chevy Chase is a dick.
Is he really?
He is a huge ass motherfucking dick. And when we ever do vacation, which we will do this summer,
Absolutely.
I will give you more
I was gonna
dickish
say
shit.
Clark
That's
Griswold is a dick.
big ass dick. He is so mean to the people he works with, even famous and unfamous. Bill Murray hates him. Bill motherfucking Murray hates him.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. No, don't get me started.
But we celebrate movies on
But
this
we
podcast.
celebrate movies. But we
I'm
can
out.
and we can turn down some actors. Okay.
I'm out.
To be honest with you, I think I might be out.
Good, because we got to go.
But before I go, you're really gonna like this fun fact.
Lay it on me.
Bubba Gump's restaurant
Yes!
is now in 33 locations around the world in U.S., Japan, China, Mexico, Maui, Philippines,
And Hollywood, which is what we got to get to tonight.
Indonesia, UK. They everywhere.
They everywhere.
And we about to get our Bubba Gump on, which I've never been to, so I'm kind of excited.
Well, we're not...
We good? What's up with it?
No, we're not. We gotta go.
Oh, shit. Okay, we got an hour.
Gotta go.
All right,
Not even that. We gotta get there.
And that's it. And I don't have any more fun facts. So you know what time it is.
I know what time it is.
Whew. Okay. It's time for Z for the people. Okay.
I almost think that you follow my lips when you're doing that now. Because I close my eyes. I can't see.
Okay, so the Z for the people. This one's a really good one.
All right.
Due to the love that people have for Lieutenant Dan and his character, Gary Sinise formed a foundation for war veterans who was injured in battle. Ooh, feeling good. So this foundation helps with veterans, first responders, and their families. And it helps educate, entertain, inspire, and strengthen and build the community that these people have to live in. So veterans who have lost arms, legs, limbs, or have PTSD, they help them out. They help out families who might have lost someone at war or have someone who was injured that they can't continue on. they put on big barbecues and festivals, and he really shows up to these places, and he really gives positivity. And thanks to our veterans who come out here and give their lives for us to be free, even though we have Voldemort in the office, we're still free. So yeah, I thought that was super cool that he took this character and he was like, it means more than this stupid ass movie. So if you go to Gary Sinise Foundation.org, you can donate your time, or if you need help, they can help you. And I thought that was super fucking cool.
That is
that
really
not only
cool.
does we have an actor in the movie, we have a foundation, but the foundation is based on the movie. Like the restaurant that we're on our way to. So I'm motherfucking done.
Awesome.
Oh shit, we gotta do some shit, don't we?
All right, people, send us your close encounters and all that stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Gmail's Lights Camera Cocktail no s at gmail.com. Go to Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter for Lights Camera Cocktail Podcast. Write us close encounters and shit. Let's do this. Ooh,
All right, so as fast as you just said all that, let's see if you can do this scene like that.
motherfucker. This is Jason's pick.
This is my pick
FYI.
for next week. This is our movie that we're going to talk about next week, and I'm very excited and very near and dear to my heart.
Yes.
So here we go.
Here we go.
Center yourself. Can you channel this character? This is a hard character. This is a tall order on your part.
Hold on, let me get a little step. All right.
All right.
Hood bitch. Let's do this.
Why can't you just sit down somewhere and concentrate? Relax.
Don't be coming in here complaining when you left me in the house all weekend.
You don't always gotta go do nothing and go nowhere, Yvette. See, that's why we're so divided as a people, because we don't have focus. Why don't you just sit down somewhere and focus?
Jody, you are full of shit. You're so fucking selfish.
What you doing with this old ass pizza?
Anyway, well, since you came up in here starting shit, where you been since yesterday, nigga?
Slanging dresses, making money, got the brakes fixed on the car. That's what I've been doing. What you been doing?
You been fucking around?
No.
Let me smell your dick.
Going with that bullshit.
Nah, if you ain't been hoeing around all busy, let me smell your dick. I can tell. Let me smell your dick. Have you heard that song?
No.
Let me smell
Shit
your
smell
dick.
good, don't it?
It's,
Probably washed it off.
it's literally about something like this where you've been fucking with me. Let me smell your dick. I can tell.
You know what? I hate you too, Yvette.
I hate you, Jody. And that's next week's.
All right, we sped through that, but thank you so much, you guys.
Yes.
We appreciate you. Keep listening in. We will see you guys right here next week on Lights, Camera, Cocktails. Because we out the door.
Yeah, we got the shrimp on the Barbie, the shrimp scampi, lemon shrimp. Let's get this Bubba